Kaibar or Zoriat, the Underdark or the Plane of Madness. Willow seemed quite confident that the eye came from one or the other. It's the biggest lead I've had in years. In fact, I think we all got some answers today. Let me explain. We returned to the barge with every ingredient Aggie Eelton requested. She got right to work, making a soap that will apparently cure Varys of the curse. Hopefully that's true. I'll admit his situation hasn't been in the forefront of my mind, but I do want to see him and his crew return to their proper form. In the meantime, Aggie offered us a fortune-telling. I knew this was coming. I'd been thinking long and hard about what I'd ask her. I decided to ask about my past, about the people from the theater who planted this eye in me. I thought they'd all died, but according to Aggie, the group is still alive. They're alive, and there's a lot of them. Luca decided to ask some questions of his own. Taking my words to heart, he wondered if uncovering his forgotten memories was worth it. According to Aggie, happiness and sorrow await him on that path. I'm sure it does. Not one easily deterred, Luca also asked if anyone from his past missed him. Yes, there are people who miss him. I imagine an answer like that might light a fire under someone like Luca. And then there's Willow Jenkins. Willow Bloody Jenkins. Foregoing Aggie's offer of fortune-telling, Willow once again displayed a shocking amount of aptitude with the arcane. Who in their right mind insults a hag, then tries to use her magic items? Who in their right mind succeeds? Willow Jenkins, apparently. They use the orb to give themselves some kind of vision. I don't know what of, but they know arcane magics. All this time, It absolutely exhausted them, though. Too reckless. I hope they never do something like that again. Before Aggie shooed us off her barge, she gave us one last thing. If I'm honest, I still don't know what to make of it. She called it a prophecy. The orb lit up like the most dazzling, haunted magic, and she spoke as if in a trance. It was thrilling, terrifying, and made no sense. The star-touched wanderer, the devout shield-bearer, and the penitent dream-speaker. That was us. Prophecy was about us. Not that any of her nonsense matters. I'm not one to believe in fate. So why are words proving so difficult to shake off? The braid of fate is not lightly split. So a telling for one is a telling for all. What I say now is only a glimpse of the living prophecy, the coils ever shifting as the great worm wends its way through the sands of time. Anyway, with the promise of food and a warm bath, we lured, or more accurately dragged, Willow back to the Nodding Poppy. There we discussed the hag's words. At least I'm not the only one who couldn't make heads or tails of them. Part of it could point to the Draconic Prophecy, an enigma in its own right. Another part seems to be talking about the Gorgon crest of House Cannith. What either of those things have to do with us is anyone's guess. In the process of our discussion, I may or may not have let it slip that I talked to my eye in my dreams, like a crazy person. But anyway, what I meant to talk to them about was my past. The group from my past. If they're still alive, they're still a threat. I can't have Willow and Luca getting caught up in that. I hope my warning will be enough.
Cool. So,
Thank you.
you are all asleep in bed, and we pick up on the 19th of Eberron at 1 in the morning. You're dreaming, and you know because the eyes are here once more, surveying a kaleidoscope of images from the last 2 days. The fight with the cockatrices where you unleashed your powers, the strange aura that came from the crystal bowl when Aggie told your fortunes. The thing Willow said about the origin of your new eye, Khyber or Zoriat. The memories blend together in a swirl of color and sound and emotion. In particular, it seems to focus on the words. Both Willow's and those of old Aggie. The eyes fix their gaze on you in the dream space. What do you do?
Back here again, huh? I speak to the eye. If we're gonna keep doing this, we are going to need a better way to communicate. I mean, do you even understand what I'm saying? I don't even know that.
The eyes, all 10 of them, blink and sway.
Yeah, that's not very helpful. Can you blink twice for no and once for yes? If you understand me?
All 10 eyes blink once in a circle.
Huh. Yeah, that doesn't really clear it up.
There's no sound in this either. Nothing other than, sort of the garbled memory of words that you've heard before. Just this presence. You feel that sort of burgeoning frustration again, though it's hard to tell a little bit if it's just your own or if there's more to it.
Well, look. When I asked for help, I was kind of hoping you could start, communicating with me. Instead, I don't know what you've been doing. I don't think what you're doing is helping. This is pointless. Listen, you can't just keep changing my body. You don't know what might happen if you do. I don't know how dependent you are on my survival, but if you are at all, you need to be more careful.
There's a sort of acknowledgement of some kind in the way the eyes, tilt and turn.
Yes, but an acknowledgement of what?
Sorry, could you repeat that?
Yeah, but an acknowledgement of what? En kind of muttered it, so
Oh, okay.
It wasn't a direct, but it was
fine.
aloud.
I see.
Can't just
Sort of turn. The eyes turn and regard this kaleidoscope of experiences again. It's so strange. You feel like you can sort of get something from them. It's so hard to read body language when there are literally only floating eyes in a void.
Yep.
But there is that presence that you've become accustomed to now. The strange press of alien thoughts that sort of run parallel to your own. The one thing that sort of becomes apparent, though, as you try and listen, understand, is that the eye is also curious about its origins. There's a deep, burning curiosity to it. It feels like itching.
And kind of reflexively goes to rub at their eye, even in the dream.
It's less that the itchiness is in your eye, more like under the scales.
That's great. All right. Well, we're both searching for answers. I suppose that works out. Just wish we could talk. 'Cause I really don't know what to make of you, if I'm honest.
With that, the scene fades and you sort of slowly drift back into your own sleep. Luca. You are dreaming. Or
Oh.
are you? A grim, towering figure behind glass. A helm made of a human skull. The marks of the chisel visible against the off-white where it has been split to fit around the body that would wear this into battle. A skeleton inside a skeleton, separated only by mortal flesh and blood. There are no fastenings on the armor, no straps, no belts, only cruel barbs of metal engraved with the faint, bloody runes that will pierce the skin of the wearer, never to be removed until they too are just a corpse. Grandfather sacrificed much for the name in the name of Karnath, as did his father before him. It was their pride to perform such duties in the name of our nation, and now the regent has denounced their service. The voice weighs heavy on your mind, though you don't really hear the words of it. It feels more like a thought. Maybe a memory. Your body feels heavy with nausea. The smell of burning hair and flesh. The sickening crunch as bones warp and snap under heat. Smoke fills the air and stings your eyes. Fields are on fire in winter. The pyre built high with these drably uniformed bodies of the levies. This is no funeral. Death is here. Death surrounds you. Death is all you have left. You awaken in a cold sweat, feeling a deep fear grip your heart, though as you breathe and struggle to find your bearings, the imagery of your dream soon fades to nothing, leaving only the lingering feeling that you dreamed something terrible. What do you do?
I need to catch my breath first. Sort of clutching at my shirt, trying to pull the collar down a little bit so I can breathe a little bit easier. How much do I remember, if any?
You remember the feeling and you just feel this sort of deep, dreadful terror. You remember like snatches, bones, death.
Right. I need to move. I need to get out of bed. So I do. And I can't even think to put on a jacket, but I do think to grab my sword, and I leave my room and I have to go outside and eat fresh air.
Okay. The weight of it is comforting in your grip. You've had this as long as you can remember, which admittedly is not very long, but you put on some shoes and you head downstairs. It's early morning, at least a few hours before dawn. You head out into the herb garden behind the nodding poppy. The air is cold, damp, fresh.
I want to take out my sword. I feel kind of shaky, but I feel like I need to do something to help myself feel like I'm stable.
Mm-hmm.
I want to go through drills that I can remember.
With a deep, steadying breath, you draw your sword. and start going through the forms that you remember, the various stances of at rest, bracing for attack, bracing to block, one-handed, two-handed. Eventually, your body sort of falls into a rhythm, your nervous heartbeat settling into the steady flow of exercise. You feel sort of the adrenaline of fear fade away, replaced by muscle memory.
Okay. How long until sunrise, do you think? Would I be able to tell?
There was a clock in the hallway, and you guessed it was about 6 in the morning.
Not long.
Not long.
Okay. Do I feel a little more settled?
Yeah. After about 10-15 minutes of running drills, you feel yourself like ease back into it, and the dread lessens. And all you feel is sort of like the memory of a memory of fear.
But nothing tangible, nothing specific.
Death is all you can remember, but maybe that shouldn't surprise you.
I don't think it does. I think I'll make breakfast.
Okay. You return inside. Do you put away your sword?
No.
Oh. Do you. Where do you keep it while you start making breakfast?
On the countertops within reach.
Okay. Yeah. And you do. Eventually, Seeker Elsa comes downstairs and is surprised to see you making tea and breakfast. She goes, "Oh, Luca, you're already awake."
I'm sorry, did I wake you?
No, I usually wake up at this time, but I would have expected you to sleep in a little bit longer since you had such a busy day.
I'm just excited for what's to come today. I give her a smile, or try to the best of my abilities.
Hmm. I think she's gonna make an insight check on that.
Fantastic.
Yeah, roll me a deception check or persuasion check, your choice.
Fantastic.
Ooh,
Fantastic. Absolutely fantastic.
that tracks.
Seeker Elsa sort of nods and hums and. Could I give you a hug?
Yes, please. I think I need one.
Yeah. She waits for you to step away from the stove top and gives you a big cozy hug, reaches up to like wrap her arms around your neck and gently ruffle your hair and like lingers in your arms for a nice long time.
That's comforting. I had a nightmare, I think.
Yeah.
I don't really remember.
I'm sorry to hear that.
Nothing can be done. I'll make the best of it.
I know, but even if there's no real solution, comfort is never something to avoid, and one feels scared.
Can you tell I'm scared? I give her a little laugh like, I know, it's obvious.
Well, I imagine your adventures yesterday probably brought some memories back, even if you yourself don't remember. The body usually does remember. She sort of averts her gaze and looks down at your porcelain arm. But if you don't want to dwell on it, we don't need to.
I don't think there's much to dwell on. I can't remember anything.
I know. She reaches up and touches your face, rubs her thumb along the side. Your stubble is growing in a little more today.
No. I'll have to shave before everyone wakes up.
If you want, I can take over. I'll just keep an eye on it.
Thank you. I think I'll have a little shower before breakfast.
Yes. Sounds like a good idea.
Thank you.
She leans up and gives you a little kiss on the cheek, even though she just pointed out that you have stubble.
How embarrassing.
And smiles and
Shoos
you
I'm
off.
too rough. I'm too rough. Okay. I'll go take a shower and clean up.
Okay. All right. The other two. How long does it take for you guys to wake up?
I imagine, considering Willow's condition, En is going to be up before Willow.
Yeah.
Probably at a decent hour.
Mm-hmm. And you wake to the smell of a hot breakfast.
Delightful.
It smells so fucking good.
Yeah, it's a very nice way to wake up. Especially compared to
your,
others.
Yeah, this is like your third night at the Nodding Poppy or so. Actually, no, it would be like your fourth or something.
Yeah, around that.
Yeah, but you smell sort of like fried eggs and butter. Luca made, I imagine Luca made a full spread, yeah?
Yes. Need to cook a lot to distract
Then you want a
myself.
big breakfast.
Luca made pancakes.
Oh boy.
Yes.
Oh. Well,
I made both savory and sweet pancakes. So
Oh, yeah.
Oh, damn.
If En just not really being someone who sleeps in wasn't already enough to get out of bed, that certainly is going to be. So.
Oh, yeah.
And we'll roll out of bed and get themselves arranged for going downstairs.
Yeah, by this point, I imagine both Seeker, Elsa, and Luca are up and about and greet you warmly when you come in.
Morning.
Good morning. Did you sleep well?
It was alright.
Glad to hear it. Can I get you some tea?
Sure. You're already making it. Anything I can do to help?
No, I think we're quite settled up here, unless you want to start setting the table for it, things.
And shrugs and just kind of toddles to do that.
Yeah. Yeah, there is a collections of jam and butter and cheese, ham to go with the savory pancakes. It's a whole thing Luca has made.
You seen
A
Willow
stack
yet?
of...
No, I think they're still asleep.
Figures.
Should I take them a cup of tea, do you think, to wake them up?
Do you want me to do it? Or would you... Maybe you should. You have a better bedside manner than I do, I think.
Yeah, perhaps. And I mean, you're almost done with the pancake batter, so...
Yes. Okay. If you wouldn't mind. Thank you.
Of course. So Seeker Elsa prepares a mug. She asks briefly, "Do you know how Willow takes their tea?"
I'm gonna look at En. I don't think we do.
No. Last night's first time we gave them tea, isn't it?
Yes, that's the first time we've had a non-dinner meal together.
Well, I'll just bring a little tray with sugar and milk, and they can decide for themselves.
Yeah.
So she bustles about preparing that and then leaves.
How did you sleep, En?
Fine. How about you?
All right. Did you have any of your dreams?
Oh, God.
I give them a little smile.
And regrets. Rubs it both their eyes. No. It was a very sound sleep.
Mm-hmm. Okay. I'm just going to believe them for the moment.
Fair enough. Willow, make a perception check with disadvantage.
Oh,
Oh, you're still on disadvantage for everything.
yeah, I just
Yeah.
remembered.
Today's gonna be
I was
fun
gonna
for
s-
you.
Yeah, I was gonna say that I thought Willow might like wake up to the sound of En waking up, but then Willow's at disadvantage with everything. So I'll
that
do a
too.
Mhm.
perception check with
Error.
disadvantage,
Yes, please.
They are exhausted.
but still winning.
Not bad.
It's
Willow
still
always
winning.
stays winning.
Okay. Willow, you sort
Yes.
of wake up to the sound of gentle knocking at your door.
Willow is like immediately upon waking up. You know how like a cat does that thing where like scrambles its arms across the bed.
Yeah.
It's like, wait, where am I?
Yeah.
I feel like Willow slept so hard that they've woken up not knowing what year it is. It's one of those
Yeah.
kinds of naps.
Oh yeah,
then-
one of
Yeah. And
Not
then
a
it
sort of
nap,
like
it's a
waking
sleep.
up out of fucking dead sleep.
Yeah.
Just absolute disorientation. It's like everything smells wrong.
Yeah.
Everything
Whose
smells
is
different.
this?
Who's
Yes.
where? Huh? Like
Ham? Am I smelling ham?
Pancakes in my boat?
Yeah. So, yeah,
Like the
Willow's
cat
just,
that gets the
completely
pancake tossed on
confused.
its face.
yeah.
Yeah. So Willow basically wouldn't register the knock for a bit because they are just looking around like, oh, I'm at the clinic. I'm still at the clinic. It's morning.
Yeah, you hear another knock again, and Seeker Elsa's gentle voice through the door saying, "Hello."
Oh, coming. Willow doesn't want to answer the door in their pajamas. I
I've
actually
brought
imagine
you some
Willow's.
tea.
Oh. 1 second. Willow's like scrambling.
Okay.
They're like digging out into their jacket, like the pocket
Mhm.
part, and they like pulled out a spare black shirt that they keep in there.
Yeah.
And they're just like burrowing around for pants, and they're just like going for it. Like they're just scrambling to get dressed. They don't feel right answering the door, looking less than dressed. So I imagine they're actually going to pull their pajama. Sorry. God, it really is so embarrassing. Pull their pants up quickly over their pajama shirt and like tuck and try to like fix their hair a little bit before answering the door, like Nani
Okay.
in Lilo and Stitch.
Do they have
You know what I
bedhead?
mean? Yeah, they haven't had time to fix up their bandana too, so they just don't feel very great. But they are, of course, wearing their glasses.
Okay. So Seeker Elsa is at the door and presents you with a little tray. I've brought you some tea. There's breakfast ready. Luca's made pancakes for us all.
Oh, that's nice.
Can
of
I
him.
set this down on the bedside table for you?
I'll take it. Willow offers to take it.
Okay. She hands it to you and says, "Take your time getting ready. Don't worry. I just wanted to see if you were awake and
Mhm.
you look like you needed the good night's rest."
Yes. Willow does a big, sheepish smile and starts backing away from the door to put
Mhm.
down the tray. Thank you.
Yes, of course.
1 second.
Mhm.
Sorry. What is that you wanted me to do today? Or rather, what can I do today?
Oh, let's have breakfast first and then I'll if you want to help
Oh.
around the place, then we can find something to do.
Right. Okay. Oh, Willow feels so embarrassed and just wants to. So Willow is just going to put down that tea and wave.
Yeah. Seeker Elsa says, "See you at breakfast then," and gives you a big eyes closed smile and closes the door behind her to let you actually wake up and get
Ugh.
ready. But there
Yeah,
is
Willow, like,
a
sags.
steaming mug of hot tea with a few sugar cubes and a little tiny baby jug of milk and a teaspoon
That's
on
nice.
the tray.
Willow's probably just gonna plop on the side of their bed again and like realize how quickly they got ready and now they got a headache.
Yeah.
They jumped
Oh.
up too fast.
Yeah.
They will sip at that tea. Probably add a sugar cube and keep it black.
Okay. Yeah, it is very nice, very strong black tea.
They might drink the milk separate.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. As a chaser.
fine. Yeah, that's a milk chaser.
Yep. It's that kind of morning.
Yeah. But there is the alluring smell of fresh pancakes.
Yum. Well,
So in addition to
Was-
feeling kind of like bone tired, exhausted, you know that kind of tired where like your whole body is just
mhm.
You are also very, very hungry.
Yeah.
Food sounds amazing right now.
Yeah. Well, Willow's going to get dressed
Okay.
in their work clothes and probably head down.
You got dressed except for your shoes, which were left at the door.
Oh. But okay, so
Oh.
Willow's wearing the slippers that they got.
Yeah.
Their hospital slides.
Yeah. Socks and their hospital slides, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Very fashionable.
Yes.
Mhm. And yeah, you head down the corridor and into the kitchen and see En, Luca, and Seeker Elsa all sitting at the table.
Good morning, Willow.
Good morning.
Morning.
Good morning. Good morning.
How are you feeling?
Fine. How are you?
I'm eating, so I'm happy.
Okay. Oh, I should also mention that Willow is wearing, in their work sprite, how they wore like a blue shirt underneath, a blue long shirt underneath. I feel like
Mhm.
that's what they found in their pocket as well. So they're comfortably layered, but look ready for work.
Uh-huh. Are you
Um,
going to join us for breakfast?
yes. So Willow's probably sitting down at the table now.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sips tea.
Yeah. Second cup of tea.
Nice.
How did you
Sounds
sleep?
fucking good.
Yeah. Well, very well. Distressingly well.
Yeah, I'm not surprised.
No wonder you're always so perky, Luca.
It's nice here.
Does Luca look notably weird at all?
I don't know. Make an insight
I'm gonna-
check.
Okay.
At disadvantage.
Insight check. Oh, never mind. I'm sleepy.
Yeah, Luca just looks like Luca.
Okay.
Freshly
Nope.
shaven and washed my hair again.
Yeah.
So I look very handsome, I must
Very
say.
shiny this morning.
Yeah.
Thank you. I just took a shower.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, so you all sit down and eat your breakfast together. It is real good. Seeker Elsa has some of that fancy jam. Actually,
A dragon fruit jam.
Yeah.
En, it might be your jam if you offered to share it with the group.
Oh yeah, sure, why not?
Why not? But yeah,
I
there's
seem to be on sharing terms with Secret Elsa, so
yeah.
Just Seeker Elsa. Not the
Just
rest of
Secret
jam.
Elsa. But you guys get to have it by
Feelings.
proxy.
Yeah.
Backstories.
Emotions.
Mm.
One step at a time.
But it is a very cozy sort of family breakfast.
Yeah.
Aww.
And is heaping on their share of jam. Like they seem to be really enjoying it.
Oh yeah. What's your ratio of sweet to savory pancakes?
Probably equal.
Okay. Luca?
Luca will have more savory and then a couple of sweet as like
Okay.
a sweet chaser.
Yeah, sweet dessert.
A
Yeah, I feel
breakfast
like Willow
dessert.
has
Yeah.
mostly plain, but with
Okay.
like a little bit of toppings.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, I imagine
both
there's also
variety.
like a little bit of fruit as well. Like
Mm.
some cut apples and stuff like that
Mm.
Baked
to have on the
apples.
side. No, these would be raw, I think.
Oh.
You didn't
Baked
have time to
apples
bake them.
are for baked apples are a bit heavy, but
Just to ask, is my sword still on the countertop?
I imagine you set it aside once like I imagine you took it with you when you went to go shower and then set it aside.
Okay.
Used it to
Just making-
shave.
Mm.
Kidding.
Okay.
Yeah. Fantastic. We have a lovely breakfast.
After breakfast, I mean, I guess, do you want to discuss anything while you're eating breakfast, or is it just the usual sort of small talk, general chatter of having a meal together?
En's probably
like
watching
Willow's-
Willow and trying to feel out
Oh.
how Willow is like doing by
Yeah.
Willow's
watching
kinda
them.
quiet when they eat. Yeah.
They
think
seem low
Willow's
energy.
got that sleepy, low energy, just wants to eat their pancakes vibes from Willow.
Mhm.
Mhm.
Willow,
And
you
again-
like are sort of pleasantly listening in as Seeker, Elsa, and Luca carry most of the conversation, I think.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes.
Yeah. En is not
I
going
make
to
a-
say anything to Willow right now. But
Mm.
Willow might notice that En is looking at them more over the table than maybe usual. It's kind of hard to tell. En's always been watching the both of you a lot, so
If En has a particular kind of stare, then Willow will flatly look at them across the table just while they eat, like for a while, like just like unspoken staring contest until
yeah,
En looks
En's not going to
away.
be deterred by that. En's just going to stare back.
They're both just gonna stare at each other. Then this is
Yep.
how we're having our morning.
Yeah,
Mhm.
En can talk to you.
Willow
Like,
yawns.
consider this: En could talk to you in their mind, and they're not even choosing to do that. They're just staring at you,
Okay.
and then they're
Willow's
going to go
probably
back
gonna
to eating.
yawn and lose interest. Yeah.
Yeah.
then they just like in tandem go back to eating.
You know?
Seeker Elsa sips tea in the background and continues her conversation with Luca. She's a very good
Whatever that
host.
was. Yeah, she's awesome.
Yeah. Polite enough not to mention whatever the hell you two just did.
Whatever that was.
Mm-hmm.
Thanks, Elsa.
But yeah. So you have a pleasant breakfast. Seeker Elsa goes to collect the post, which arrives shortly after. And then as you guys are clearing up, I imagine Willow is just kind of sitting at the table, like finishing the dregs of their, I imagine, third cup of tea.
Oh, honey.
You're real tired. You really want that caffeine. And oh god, I just had a bunch of disconnections.
I think Discord did
Yeah.
in general,
Back.
but we're back.
Okay. And then Luca, you're like clearing the table, and Seeker Elsa comes back and says, En, I believe
Oh,
you said
your
you
mic's
were-"
very
Sorry,
fuzzy.
Zeke.
Hello?
Yeah, you've just hi.
Oh,
You sounded like you were underwater for a bit, but you're back now.
just gonna double check that. Yeah, okay, it is using the correct microphone.
Yes, it sounds
Sorry.
like that. All good. Discord seemed
Yeah.
to do
Okay.
it. It
You're
did a
good
funny
now.
thing on my end too. So
Okay.
Okay.
But yeah, you're back now if you want to
Yes,
repeat what
proceed.
you said
Okay.
about Luca and En.
Okay, so Willow, you're having your third cup of tea, or like finishing it. Seeker Elsa comes back with a post, and Luca, I imagine you're clearing the table and doing dishes and that sort of thing. When Sika Elsa approaches you and says, you said you were collecting post for a friend named Kai?
Oh, yes.
You have a letter here. She hands a small, light envelope to you.
Oh, thank
That
you.
is addressed from the salon.
And it's kind of, we'll be kind of holding it in a way where like make sure that Luca and Willow can't see the
Can I make a perception check?
address.
Yep.
Yeah.
You can.
Yep.
Cool.
Can I contest it?
Yes, sleight of hand check from
Don't
N.
Jesus.
I mean,
don't worry about it. Okay, just don't sweat
okay.
it.
Maybe I'll just take it.
No, you have to, because if you roll a 3, then we win.
Oh.
My sleight of hand is 5 by default, so
You win
I think I just
naturally.
win by default.
Yeah, they can't. Yeah, you just like
Oh.
carefully tuck it into your clothes.
Thank you.
But we know you got a letter.
Yes.
Yeah.
Now I got a letter for
Is
a
Elsa
friend.
still here? Is Elsa still here?
Yeah.
Who's Kai?
Oh, N says they know them.
Yeah, just someone I ran into. Collecting
Hella
mail for
doubt that
them.
is
They
from-
have no
Hella
place to
doubt-
stay,
doubt.
so just collecting mail
No,
for them
the-
while they stay in town.
Should we
Wait,
go and visit
Willow
them?
just. Oh my god.
No, we don't need to visit them.
Uh-huh.
Willow sips tea loudly.
And rolls
I'm
their eyes.
choosing to trust you.
I am going to go wash up, and it's going to like start sliding out of the room.
Oh boy.
Enjoy washing up.
Uh-huh. And rubs her brow, very aware that these two didn't see through that because they were kind of taken off guard. But they're gonna go upstairs anyway and tuck themselves into their room.
Yeah. Okay.
Check the letter.
Okay. Yeah. So, you take the. I imagine you like go to your room and open up the letter.
Yes.
Okay. So, it looks like it's just an advertisement for the salon, but you know how to find the hidden message in the blank spaces by waving it over a candle flame.
Mhm.
Oh,
So I
Um,
dig up a candle and
Yeah.
all right.
Easily light. Yeah,
Take a
there is a
slow
bedside
breath.
candle, of course. Yeah. You wave it over, and there is a short message from V's. It reads, I have a short notice job that could use your talents. Cash up front. Come see me ASAP for details. Deadline for taking the gig is 3 p.m. by the 20th. Snooze, you lose.
Mm.
Got the info you asked for, too. V's.
And kind of sags a bit and folds up the letter, snuffs out the candle and tucks the letter back in there. It's in its envelope and tucks that away
Yeah.
with their stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Sits on the bed, just kind of twiddles their thumbs and thinks a little bit, but knows they can't stay away for too long because they're washing up, and eventually leaves the room to go reconvene with the others.
Mm-hmm.
Willow
Do you
could be
actually
helping
go
by
and
now.
wash up, or like wash your face? sort of
Yeah,
thing?
just a little bit, just on the off chance that this very poorly constructed ploy that that I constructed has the chance of pulling the wool over any eyes here. Also, I'm feeling a bit sweaty, so
Yeah.
nervous. Can't imagine why.
not because of you.
So Seeker Elsa, meanwhile, is sort of clearing things up and says, So, Willow, you offered to help today. You don't have anything else you need to be doing?
Not at present, no. Willow's also trying to help. Like, I think Willow would be trying to take stuff before Elsa does. They would feel very awkward that Elsa's, like, doing stuff.
Well, I mean, there's
So-
plenty to do in the kitchen, so you
Yeah,
can at least
Luca made
help.
a big breakfast, so there's a
Yeah.
lot to clean up.
Yeah,
yeah,
there's
so Willow's helping where possible.
yeah. I imagine
very
you're like
slowly.
you've taken over for En in the drying.
Yes, and
department.
abandoned
Yeah.
halfway through the dishes to go wash up.
Mhm.
Rude. But yeah. But yeah. I'm free for the morning.
All right. Well, there's a few squeaky hinges that could use a bit of grease or tuning up.
Hmm.
Do you have your tools with you, or?
Yep.
Oh,
They
good.
pat their belt.
Mhm. That's great. Well, when we're done cleaning up the kitchen, I can show you which ones need a bit of adjusting.
Okay.
Did you want me to do something at your shop so that people know you won't be returning today?
They know. I have something set up.
Oh. What is it?
Well, you remember the door?
Mm-hmm.
If I'm not home, it just tells people.
Oh.
Hmm.
That's fancy.
Thank you.
Maybe you'll make our doors much more magical that way.
I'm
They're
not sure
plenty
if that would be.
magical.
I'm not sure if we need that sort of thing.
It's a little impersonal.
Yes. Seems a little inappropriate for a clinic.
Just an automated voice saying, "Sorry, we are not home. Please take your injury elsewhere." Willow is going to go back to doing dishes.
Mm-hmm. Seeker Elsa is sort of she has shears and tools for harvesting herbs and that sort of thing, and she goes out into the garden and does her daily picking.
And we'll come back downstairs and see if there's any slack they can pick up, since they're aware they stepped out very quickly and they just want to do something with their hands now.
Can I see that their face is like damp?
Yeah.
Okay, then I'm just gonna trust them. They didn't lie to us.
Willow gives you another one of those looks.
And doesn't stare
And
back
says
this
nothing.
time. And just walks past and
Elsa-
pretends not to see it.
Yeah. Well, Seeker Elsa is not in the room if you guys want to talk.
So, Captain Varys,
Yes, I guess that's
How
next on the
long-
agenda, isn't it?
sorry, wait, this is to Zeke because Willow would
Mhm.
know. How long? What time of day did the soap cure?
He said 24 hours, so
Yeah, so it would be like in the evening, yeah, Or
Yeah.
like in the afternoon. Okay.
late afternoon, I think, yeah.
So the earliest that you could do it would be tonight.
Yeah.
I have a question
Mm-hmm.
for Willow and En. How are we
Oh.
going to do it?
Yeah, that is the
That's
question,
what I've been
right?
thinking of.
We need fresh water, that's what Aggie said.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of it if we're gonna wash. How many were there?
More than one. So
Less than 10. And kind of smirks with a roll of their eyes and glances at Willow.
Yeah, Willow laughs. Willow would know how many there were, but I already forgot. Sorry, how many were
6.
there? 6?
6?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, I
Yeah.
thought so.
Okay, so Willow says there were 6. So
Right, that's a lot of water.
If we
Willow
need
was
fresh
looking back at the bathroom area, just looking at it though.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think I could carry 6 tubs of bath water to the
You sure?
lighthouse.
Are you sure?
Aw, that's sweet of you. I'm sure your pockets could do it for us.
And doesn't know about the pockets, do they?
What pockets?
Every pocket. Don't worry about it.
And
Willow's
squints
now
at
peering
Willow.
at Elsa.
Looks at Luca.
Can we see her through like the window of the garden?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, yep. You know what I meant.
The garden with
Yep.
yes.
We
The
can see
window
the
to the
garden
garden.
through the window.
Yes.
Yes. Willow just is silently assessing the room, like obviously going through their own thought processes.
Why don't you share thoughts with the class?
Pardon?
You're
Willow-
very smart. I thought you might have an idea of what we should do.
I think Willow is processing. It'll come to us with a fully fledged idea when it's ready.
Wow.
Oh, you're building your idea, are you?
It's easier to do when you're not both talking to me.
Ah, and
What? I wasn't talking to them.
let's be very quiet.
Okay.
Or talking at all. Anyway, Willow's got a headache. There are a few magical options that could work. There are streams and there are wells, but maybe if Elsa is amenable.
Bring
Willow
them
just stopped
here.
talking. Maybe.
How are we going
mean-
to get them through salvage? It's a small town. People know each other.
In disguise? Cloaked?
Because six cloaked
They go in your
people
pockets.
just wandering through a village in the middle of the night is not going to draw any suspicion.
They might draw suspicion, but then they'll soon alleviate suspicion when they don't appear again. I mean, you're here and you're very suspicious.
I'm one person, and I'm quiet.
Small.
That too, yes.
It's possible.
Look,
we
there's,
could do
there,
it by
there
night.
are back streets, so to speak, as much as you can get back streets in a place like this. We could probably lead them through there. That would at least probably draw less eyes as long as we're not spotted. Because if we're spotted, then we will definitely draw more eyes.
If we do it tonight,
And
we have
looks
the
at
cover
Luca.
of Nightfall.
Luca, who's not been an expert at stealth so far.
I do my best.
Yes, I think the middle
By
of the
the
night
cover of night.
would be ideal, though we should also try to stay off the street. You never know who's
What is
looking out
the
a window.
moon? What is the moon phase tonight? I would know this.
Oh boy.
Does it matter?
The moon currently is Olarun. I don't know what the phase is.
Okay.
Don't
Well,
ask
like-
celestial questions. Come on.
There's also
just need to
like
know
there's 12 moons. Any one of them could be full
Yeah.
or
Yeah, this is
waning
a-
or waxing.
This is a multi-layered onion of a question, and
Yeah,
I
I'm
assume
just
Zig's like, I make maps, bro. I remember everything else.
she's like, I
I'm just
planned
like,
so
how
much.
bright will it be? Like, you know
You're
how
bright
like
enough.
sometimes
You know
when there's a
what?
full
No
moon-
moonlight because it's gonna rain later.
You know what?
Yeah.
No moons for you.
I would know that it's going to rain. I can feel that it's going to rain. So
In your
It's like I
arm.
have ESPN or something.
I assume it's his
No, look at-
his stump.
dump.
Oh.
It's called
Anyway.
a bicep. No, Luca's like Luca just pays attention to the weather a lot.
Okay.
Okay, cool.
God.
So
Okay.
He's gotten accustomed to like the signs of the weather in this place
yeah.
because he doesn't
Yeah.
spend
Also,
all his
it's
time
probably
indoors.
cloudy. It's
Yeah.
probably cloudy
Yes.
outside.
It's probably a grey day.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's a grey day.
Yeah.
So
Okay. It's been yes,
will
and it's
be-
also salvage. Yeah. So
it will be dark tonight.
Oh, I guess
as it oft is during nighttime. Yes.
I guess it
Don't be
could
smart.
work. We just have to be careful about where we go and how we move.
If we come via the docks, there is very little activity in certain parts of the docks. After dark, because they all go home when the ships stop. So it's not
Do we
impossible.
have a boat?
They could walk back, or we could get our boat back from.
I don't think we should. I don't think we should be
Ralph.
making them walk back.
Hmm.
I don't think a rowboat would fit 10 of us.
Could take 2 trips.
That's too much. Could go wrong in that much.
We have
Seeker
to
Elsa
leave them
returns
alone.
at this moment.
Willow returns to washing dishes.
Secret Elsa, I have a
Yes?
question.
Yes.
Uh-oh. Good luck.
Luca told her about the sea spawn, right?
He did. He did.
Yeah.
He did. Yes.
I don't know if Willow knows that.
Willow does not know that.
You recall Captain Varys, yes?
Oh, yes,
Huh?
the cursed sailors that you found under the lighthouse.
Yes. Well, there is a good chance that we may be able to uncurse them.
Oh, that's what you were getting yesterday.
Yeah.
Yes.
The whole hag thing was about.
I see. Well, I see. Is there any way I can help?
Since you mentioned that, I look very much like a child who's trying to prepare to ask their parent for a sleepover. Do you think we could bring them to the clinic tonight after you close?
Oh, well, tonight probably that hopefully we won't have many people coming in. How long would they need to stay here? Do you know?
I'll look at Willow, because they might know.
Just
Willow is
because-
washing the dishes.
Uh,
Just because tomorrow is the 20th, and well, I'm expecting to be quite busy in the evening then. Not that I want to make them wait for long, but you know.
well, we only need to
I think
bathe them, right? Then we can take them anywhere.
Like,
I
to
think-
the inn.
yes. If Willow may interject,
Mm-hmm.
You may.
the main thing that we would hope for them to accomplish while here is the curing and then a simple checkup. They have been cursed for a long time, so 2 birds, 1 stone, and then we can deal with their lodgings afterwards.
Oh,
Hmm.
yes. I did not expect them to stay here.
Right, but you said
Possibly
in the evening,
overnight.
so
Yeah.
yes. Well,
In the
bathe them.
morning.
You said. How
Mhm.
how many are there of them?
I look at Willow, because Willow knows.
Sorry, was it 6 altogether or 6 plus Varys?
6 altogether.
6.
6 men.
Oh. Hmm.
6 fish,
Yes.
really.
Well, that's about as many as I can bed in one night.
I'll give up my bed if I need to.
Oh, don't worry about that.
And I'll be returning to my boat.
I
No,
can
you
sleep
won't.
on the floor.
Oh, no.
I have a couch.
Well, what all do you exactly need to do? Sika also just wants you to repeat the details that Aggie told you on how to break the curse and what all needs to be done.
We must take the soap that Miss Aggie gave us and bathe these men in fresh water.
And 6 men. Well, if you give me a couple of days, I can certainly prepare enough fresh water. I know a spell that I can prepare that would be able to create a fair amount of bath water.
Willow's ears perk. Few days. Spell.
Yes.
Is it a difficult spell?
Sorry, if you said anything, I cut out just now.
Oh. Is it a difficult spell?
Oh, no, not at all. Should be quite
Could-
alright.
The process go quicker with assistance?
Well... No, I just haven't had time to prepare it. I didn't know that I would need it tonight. But I could cast it quite a few times if need be.
Oh, sorry.
Luca's just dropping stuff.
Just seeing what I'm able to do.
I also have that. I don't think that counts for water, though.
Yeah.
In this
Yeah.
particular
Yeah.
instance.
Yeah, the
And
spell Seeker Elsa has is a cleric spell called Create or Destroy Water.
Right. Very specific.
Yeah, and I
Yes.
don't think a vial of holy water will be much use of us right now, so
No.
we'd need a few thousand.
That's not freshwater either.
No.
But no, it's a first level spell, so
Hmm.
she can cast it quite a few times.
It
Uh,
might be
a few days.
ideal.
It
Might be
it will
ideal
take
to wait.
a couple days, so yeah.
It might be ideal to wait. Then we can convince Varys of our plan, and he can tell his crewmen.
Willow looks a little absent from the conversation suddenly.
Give Willow time to rest, too.
Mm-hmm.
Yes,
But
that
only-
would be good.
Okay.
So, I imagine I should be free to be able to do that on the 21st.
And looking
Gonna look
around
at
at you
En.
guys, and as
Yeah.
and doesn't have a
Check for opinions.
yeah,
Check for opinions.
and shrugs.
Willow.
Looking at, like, they're trying to see if there's anything else possible for them to do, but they're pulling blanks at the moment. Willow's just noticed that you're all looking at them. Sorry?
For you, any opinions?
Do we do
Willow?
it tonight, or are we gonna
Well-
wait a few days for Elsa to prepare things for us?
Well, we have no option to do it tonight, do we?
Well, it'd be
Well,
very.
it's not
if
that
there's
there's
no
no
water.
option. It's just that, well, I would be more help in a couple of days.
It'd be a lot of pressure.
But if you could at least go see them tonight and inform them that you found a way to help.
Might be an
Willow
idea.
perks up.
Might be an
Yeah.
idea to get their opinion on the matter.
They have little opinion on the matter. They have only but one choice. So unless one of them has a bath somewhere, I
They
think
might
we
not
only
want
have
it.
one option. We will deal with that when we get there, but we didn't go to see a hag and make soap so that they could say no thank you.
I didn't mean no to the
Willow
soap, just how we get there to it.
A little chuckly. Willow's whatever at this stage. Yeah, we only have one option. So we'll do it. Thank you, Elsa. Sorry, Seeker Elsa.
Oh, it's quite all right.
All right. We have a
Um,
plan.
Mm-hmm.
We have a semblance
Willow.
of a plan, yes.
Would you be available to look on those doors now?
Yes. Yep. Willow's weird at the moment, so they dry their hands. And
Yeah. Can I make a little check in on Willow, see how they're doing?
Sure.
Insight?
Yes.
Hmm. Fantastic.
They seem real tired.
bad. Yeah.
Is about as much as you can tell.
Okay.
They're that kind of like off kilter that people when tired are.
Okay.
And that's about
Poor
as,
thing.
as much as you can tell. They're
Hmm.
probably still recovering.
Hmm.
Yeah, Willow's going to excuse themselves from dishes with a big old smile at you two.
I mean, you probably
and
finished up.
Yeah.
I imagine Willow was just like rotating something in their hands to look busy as Elsa was
Yeah.
talking.
The-
Finish
the-
up what they were
the-
doing.
Yeah, the bartender thing of polishing the same glass.
Yeah. Essentially.
Polishing
Um,
fish dog.
No, fish dog's pocketed at the moment, actually. I just realized. Oh yeah, fish dog is pocketed. Fish dog is not floating.
Yep.
I
I got you.
So thanks. So yeah, Willow's going to now be at attention for Elsa.
Okay. She gestures for them to follow her and heads up along the corridor to show you the various like doors in the actual clinic part that need like a little bit of grease and adjusting some doorknob.
Okay. Consider it done. May I ask as well? Willow will also be scoping. Is there other stuff around, other tech, other anything, equipment that looks kind of outdated?
Sorry, my internet just cut out. Could you repeat that?
Willow said, what did Willow say? Consider it done. And then
Okay.
I asked whether there's any equipment or tech around that seems like it might need upgrading, like anything that seems out of date or
Um,
like could be
yeah,
use
I
it.
mean, there's definitely equipment that looks old, but it looks very well cared for.
Mm.
And I don't know, how familiar is Willow with actual medical equipment?
I think fairly familiar with like the basics. Like
Yeah.
we'll be familiar with what stuff looks like when it's the best the best that it has to offer, and also might recognize some equipment that they have personally made better versions of. So they're just kind of scoping while
Okay.
doing menial door hinge adjustments, which are just like second nature for Willow.
I mean, give
That could be up to
me,
Willow.
yeah,
Hmm?
give me, I guess, an investigation check. It's still at disadvantage.
Yeah. Nice.
Yeah.
Wow.
Okay. So it looks like Seeker Elsa has some tools and stuff that are like relatively old in terms of what you might be used to seeing. There's the usual equipment for surgery, there's the usual equipment for like taking temperature and that sort of thing. I don't know if there would be anything that Willow could like immediately upgrade is the thing though.
Not immediately, but Willow's just logging it away.
Okay. I mean,
Maybe
I
like
also don't know if there's anything that Willow could upgrade over time. Is sort
Okay.
of
Fair.
the DM question of like, how do you upgrade a scalpel? I don't think you do.
Nah. It'll be more like I think
You.
sterilization stuff and
Oh yeah.
like just general machinery,
Yeah.
anything that's there.
I-
A cool chair, a chair that could be upgraded.
Nah, this is all very like homey furniture and stuff.
Cool.
It looks at least comfortable. I think the one thing that Willow sort of sees that might be upgradable is like giving Seeker Elsa a soap dispenser,
Nice. Okay.
like a pump bottle of soap instead of like a bar.
Yeah.
much more sanitary.
Indeed, but
And
they're
convenient.
yeah, but yeah. Otherwise, yeah.
It's a nice clinic.
Yeah. Thank you. I've had it for quite some time, actually.
I didn't realize she was still here. um,
She's like over in the corner, basically, as you're doing repairs. She's like setting up her own stuff, which is like sort of grinding together herbs and making a few tinctures that I don't know. Make a medicine check to see if you can recognize what she's making.
Medicine. Damn.
Dang!
Hey. Yeah.
You are
well,
not hindered at all.
Yeah. It looks like it's stuff for treating alcohol poisoning, so rehydration, pain medication, general things like that.
Oh, yeah. Willow's stomach turns a little bit. Is that in preparation for tomorrow?
Well, yes.
Hmm.
It's a difficult time of year for many, many people. I'm just being prepared in case of overindulgence or accidents.
I could make that automated. Your mortar and pestle.
Oh, how so? How would that work?
Oh, it's basically just a stone, but it's hard to explain. I could probably just show you. Nonetheless, it sort of works like realizing that Elsa doesn't know what their blender is either. I'll just show you. It might help since you're managing most of this. Um, how to say on your own nicely? On your own.
Yeah. Well, if you have a way of making this move quicker, I certainly wouldn't say no to it.
Okay. Willow returns to doing the door.
Yeah, it probably doesn't
It's
take
quick work.
Yeah.
Stands up, dusts their hands. Anything else?
Oh, well, I've got plenty of preparation work to do for today. If you would like to help me out with this, then I certainly wouldn't say no to it. Usually Luca helps, but he's a little bit clumsier when it comes to mixing medicine like this.
Yep. Okay, Willow's going to come over and Yeah.
Seeker Elsa basically teaches you how to prepare stuff. It's a lot of like weighing and grinding stuff out. It's not necessarily complicated work in terms of what she assigns you. It's just you are not familiar with the actual formula that she's using to make this stuff. But it's nice. It's interesting for you, I think, Willow, because you I don't think you have proficiency with a herbalism kit.
No, not that I know of.
Yeah. In which case this is sort of like a new insight for you. I think what familiarity you have with medicine is more in terms of like first aid stuff. This is a
Yeah.
little more advanced than that. And it's actually interesting because Seeker Elsa actually like explains what all the ingredients are and like why certain things are done in a way. So it's it feels like getting a lesson without the intent of teaching Willow things.
Willow's warming very quickly to Seeker Elsa with how she teaches without teaching. Her guidance. Willow's absorbing everything at the moment.
So she's like explaining like So she's like explaining like what it is about willow bark and like how it needs to be steeped for a while so that or combined with various other things so that it doesn't cause an upset stomach, in addition to the headache or like pain relieving properties it has, that sort of stuff. And is very happy to answer any questions Willow has for clarification. So
Willow's very grateful. And weirdly, they've been kind of awkward around Seeker Elsa just because she's such a she's so like proper and nice and stuff. It's just Willow's just kind of a bit, you know how you get awkward around like your friend's parents, that kind of vibe. Yeah, that's the vibe that Willow's been giving off. So like this has warmed them up to Elsa a fair bit.
That's good.
As someone that they respect with a lot of knowledge that they are happy to hear. So they are chatting a little more freely, at least if about talking shop.
Yeah. I think at some point Seeker Elsa asks, I don't think I've seen you here before. How long have you been in salvage?
Only a few months, but I come and go.
Oh, well, you must take very good care of yourself if you've never needed to come to here.
I think I've only popped by once when I was dropping someone off.
I imagine that was one of the dock workers that got in an accident.
Yeah. I fixed their boat and you fixed their bones.
Indeed. And between the two of us, they're right as rain.
Yep.
That's good.
Hmm.
I'm very glad, by the way. I'm very grateful that you helped Luca with his arm. It's been troubling for him for quite some time, and he seems a lot happier with his new one. I keep catching him sort of posing in the mirror and admiring it. Seems very pleased with it.
Yeah, he deserves it.
And I heard you didn't charge him any money for it either, which she, like, takes a little moment and sort of leans in and tries to catch your gaze directly. It says, "Thank you for that. It truly.
It's
I
all right.
understand these things are expensive, but it is nice to meet somebody who feels equally charitable."
Willow's a bit sheepish about being complimented by Secret Elsa. It's what should be done. So,
I agree.
you would agree. This is a very nice establishment you have, and thank you for sending Luca to my shop. It's been a bizarre few days, and looks like it's going to be a bizarre few days ahead as well. I must say, I didn't plan for this. Willow looks a little distant.
Sorry, I cut out again.
Oh, good. Willow just
What-
said, I must say, I didn't plan for this.
Yeah.
It's a little
Sika
distant.
also replied to it's been a bizarre few days, as it certainly sounds like it from what I've heard.
Oh, I think you're cutting out again. 1 second. Hello?
Hold on.
Elsa fading! Willow's starting to like, whoa! My phone. Slow blinks as everything slows down.
Willow needs another cup of tea.
Okay, I should be back now, I think.
Okay.
But Seeker Elsa says it certainly sounds like it from what she's heard about it being a few bizarre days.
Yeah, it has been. First Luca and then En. It's just been a strange few days. Not at all what I planned.
No, I imagine not. But you seem to be all getting along well, which I'm glad for. If I might bother you, sometimes people come in here with magical prosthetics themselves, and I would like to learn a little bit more on how to better care for people with that. I know how to deal with the physical aspect of it, but the technical is a little bit beyond me.
I'd be happy to inform you where possible.
Thank you.
I have a
much
few
appreciate-
manuals.
Oh, that would be delightful. Thank you. Yeah, and yeah, you spend a few hours in the morning basically helping Seeker Elsa do preparation work. I imagine, Luca, you also have your usual chores in the morning around the clinic, which I imagine involves a fair bit of like doing laundry and cleaning down tables and
And we'll help out with that. Just kind of
Yeah.
shadow Luca and help out with the chores. They seem very eager to keep their hands busy.
Oh, how nice.
You know, I think Willow, after warming up to Elsa, would also ask, have you heard of Bruno Saltbeard?
Oh yes, of course. I mean, I've lived here for 20 years, and he's lived here longer than me. You can't live in Salvage for that long and not know Bruno Saltbeard. How is he doing?
Cranky as always. Maybe that's just when I'm around.
No, he's quite gruff.
Yes.
And I'm glad to hear if he's If he's complaining about work, then being content.
Yeah. He is.
Hmm.
I think when Willow and Elsa appear again to the other two, they're laughing. So it's
Yeah.
like, it's cute.
Mm.
Like they
Yeah.
went in awkward and came out and Willow's smiling again.
Good.
Yeah.
Aw.
Well, that's everything for the morning squared away. I believe all we have to do now is admin work, and, well, I'll let you three carry on with what your plans are for the day. I should be alright.
That was Mim, sorry.
What did you say?
No, nothing. Sorry. Mim just went okay out loud without thinking.
Yeah.
So is Seeker also gonna go do her things and leave us?
Yeah, basically. She's
Maybe
basically
her-
running the front of the clinic, which I imagine is like, or the front of the apothecary and salvage, which is, I imagine like just taking appointments of various people. A couple people have winter colds and that sort of thing.
So En is going to approach Willow.
Oh god.
Not with any intensity. They're just kind of like in the same space.
Okay.
Willow.
Yes.
You seem to be
That is the
feeling-
knowing yes of I knew you
Yeah.
would call. Yes.
And looks knowingly awkward about it. Like
I've been expecting you.
En's aware and is, like rubbing their neck, and they're like visibly a little bit sheepish.
Hmm.
How are you feeling? You seem to be doing a bit better.
I'm good. How are you? How's your friend? Pointed look.
I'm doing quite well, thank you.
Yeah, Luca's doing great.
You walked into that one, Willow.
Fine. Willow concedes that defeat, okay?
I
you want
was
something?
wondering if it would be at all possible if I could come back to your boat and maybe have a look at whatever material you used to get the answers about the planes. Please.
Willow shrugs. Sure.
Thank you.
Welcome.
Do we go now, or
Oh.
and looks back at Luca like, I don't know how to navigate these social situations. Please help.
Do we have any
Um,
plans for the day otherwise?
That's up to you two. I'm really just regaining my
You.
brain from where it
Yes.
fell into the back of my skull, so
Your
Mm.
plan is to rest as much as possible.
I'd like to talk to Bruno in passing, if possible.
I'm sure we'll run
Oh, when
into
you're
him on the
heading down
way.
to the- Yeah.
Yeah.
Is everything alright with him?
Yeah, I just like to bother him.
Oh,
I
maybe
believe
you
that.
shouldn't.
Okay. I would like to ask him about Captain Varys. I realize he's been here for so long and I haven't asked him. I went and I borrowed a book before I asked Bruno.
That seems like a mistake a smart person like you would normally make. Have you been
Well, it's
distracted?
been a strange few days, Luca.
Has it? I haven't noticed.
In any case, I think I would like to ask him. If there's anything to know, it's going to be a strange acclimatizing for the Silver Dancer. So, shrugs.
We should also inquire whether the lighthouse has begun reconstruction.
Yes, hopefully our fish friends haven't been chased away into the deep sea. That would be a bother.
Hmm. Okay.
Well,
And
we have
do you have
plans.
anything? Yeah.
No, I'm good just looking at the books.
You don't need to take your letter to your friend.
No, not immediately. It's not like it's urgent.
Did you read it?
It's not mine.
Well, how would you know it's not urgent?
Because he told me.
And what about you, Luca? Are you coming along to read?
I don't know if I'm much help reading, but I will come along.
Can be moral support.
I'll cook you lunch.
At Willow's place?
And I'll-
Using what?
Wow.
I will buy
Okay.
you lunch, and I will clean Willow's room so
No,
that
you
you can.
won't.
I'm not questioning you have things that could be used for makeshift cooking, Willow. I'm just not sure you have anything dedicated to cooking.
I have a blender.
You also need
Oh,
to
I
make
actually
one
don't
of
have a
those.
blender. Yes, I just remembered I gave it to Malachi.
Malachi has your
Okay,
blender.
well, I'll make a blender as well.
You need to make one for Malachi as well.
That's what I was referring to.
Yeah, your
I'll
debt,
make
your,
3. How
your
about I just
blender
make
debt
3?
is starting to add up.
Would you make us a blender as well? I'm sure Secret Elsa
Yeah.
would appreciate it.
I was already planning to, so yes.
Fantastic.
Anyway, shall we walk and talk?
Let's.
Let's go.
Okay.
Oh, I wish our shoes were clean.
I think at this point we will go to our intermission. So, where are we at?
I'm gonna be following Willow back to their boat, because En wants to read.
On the way, we should stop at the. Is there like a town hall?
Yeah.
We should stop in and inquire about that body we found.
Oh, did you not tell Seeker Elsa about the...
Oh, was
We
she gonna
did.
do it for us?
Yeah, well, you did tell Seeker Elsa about it. Gand.
I didn't think I was giving her extra work. I thought we would do it ourselves.
Well, you did tell her, and she said she would look into informing the next
Oh
of
yeah,
kin.
so she'll be good. Yeah, so that she would
Well
probably have
then.
gone to town hall. It's okay. It's probably part of her daily, like going to the posts, checking for bodies, just the secret Elsa things.
Well,
I
all
think
right
that
then.
we won't speak to Bruno yet. We'll go straight to the house. If I'm gonna catch Bruno. Oh wait, no, we would have to speak to him now if we want to. Oops, sorry. What did you say? I think you cut out, Zeke.
Ah, the internet.
Ah,
It's in the
It
void.
Zeke, come back! No, God, no! Mourn with me, guys. It's the day of mourning tomorrow.
Zeke! No, Zeke! Oh God, Zeke! Zeke!
Give him back!
Return him to us!
We have so much plot to unpack.
We have a whole prophecy!
So much to see, so much to do.
Okay, I'm on my mobile data now.
Cool.
Hello!
Welcome back.
Oh, it's okay. We just had a hey, look, a bear. No! Oh, it's okay. That's what we had. That's
Yeah.
the moment.
Essentially.
Yeah, we mourned very loudly and very annoyingly. Hi, viewers. Sorry. Okay. Hi.
So, Ed's heading over to Willow's place.
Yes, I'm following
Yeah,
Willow
I was
back
gonna
to
say-
the boat.
Yeah,
Yeah,
otherwise, yeah. Luca can come with you, or Luca, you can do your usual helping out at the clinic.
Where am I wanted? Am
You're
I
gonna get
wanted?
FOMO. You're free to come along if you want.
Yeah, and doesn't seem to mind one way or the other.
Am I invited?
I mean,
You always invite yourself.
you invited yourself while we were talking in the kitchen, essentially, so...
Yeah.
No, but like, am I actually invited?
You're free to come. And the vibes would have been that you are free to join if you want, Miss
Yep.
Luca.
Yeah.
In saying that, I feel like Willow would check to see if Bruno was there, but maybe for the sake of streamlining, we'll just say that he isn't. Or he's busy. Yeah, we can always ask him later. Never mind. Willow will ask him in the morning. So yeah, straight
I
to
mean,
Willow's boat.
you missed, like, you can ask him around lunchtime or closing time.
Yeah.
He's busy.
Yeah.
He's a busy man.
To the house with us.
To the boat.
To the boat.
The houseboat.
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 Yep.
Y'all come. Unless Seeker Elsa needs me.
No. I'm assuming we're all going. Oh, unless you want.
She would be happy for your help, but she's also happy to let you go. So
Oh no, don't make me choose.
yeah, you choose. This is
You're
the
a
game.
decisive young man.
You make choices.
Oh
This
no.
is all D&D is. You get to make choices.
Oh god. See, get out of my head.
Since when?
Forever.
You're here forever.
Where am I needed the most?
I guess it
Probably at the
depends.
clinic.
Yeah, you're needed at the clinic, but do you want to come?
Do you want to listen in on
Hang
En
out with
and
your
Willow's
friends.
conversation and, make friends?
Maybe.
You're allowed to do that.
Elsa though.
Will Elsa be fine?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna
Answered in that way. Okay.
Yeah, that's the mum way of no, but I'll
Yeah,
manage.
I'll be fine. Yeah, I'll do the dishes.
I'm
on my
just
own.
disappointed in you, Luca.
Elsa's
She would
not
never. Like
disappointed.
if you ever give Seeker Elsa reason to be disappointed in you, you will know.
You
Yeah,
have also
good.
probably majorly fucked up.
Yeah. No, I feel like you can trust Seeker Elsa that if she says no, I don't need your assistance, then she's not guilting you. You're free to go.
Okay, I'll come with my friends then.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So we are all.
'Cause yes, I'm gonna get FOMO.
Yeah.
toddling.
All right. Yeah.
Yep.
So you'll
So-
head down to the docks,
Yep.
the dry docks, and into the Jenkins workshop,
Yep.
which is a weird name for a boat.
Yep.
I mean, it works.
Yeah.
It
Willow's
works
going
shops.
to. Haha. Willow's going to open up and their house probably feels so dingy compared. Not dingy. It's just messy compared to the
Yeah.
Nodding Poppy. The cozy
Yeah.
vibe is kind of overwhelmed by clutter.
And
Yeah.
Willow's a bit like.
and seems
But-
more sheepish stepping inside this time,
Mm.
even though they've been here before. It's kind of like they shuffle through the door, peering around like this is a new environment and not the same boat that they were in a few days ago.
They didn't know it had special books. In saying that, I do think that Willow kind of left the room is a different kind of messy. The
Yeah.
couch is clear, but there are like books, more so than last time, more so than washing. By the way, Luca, it's probably all been dumped in a basket where you can't see it. But like,
Mm-hmm.
there's just a lot of books everywhere, and Willow invites you to take a seat by gesturing at the couch. Make yourself comfortable.
Okay, thank you. And eases themselves into a seat. They just look very out of place and not really sure what to do with how they should sit and how they should put their hands.
Wow, you are messed up.
Will I say that or?
No, just him. Just like, geez, and
How to ask for help.
Luca. Yeah. I think Willow might pull up a chair too, just in case the couch is like too small for Luca.
And it's probably gonna
It's
like
not,
maybe
but-
reach for one of the books nearby just because it's there.
Yeah. So planes. Right.
Yeah, Kaibar Zoriat, right?
Yep. Two very bad planes.
They're not
I'm
the
kidding.
best.
No. Well. Yeah. No. Okay.
I didn't
so
expect it to come from a nice place, regardless of if it's from this plane or another one, so I'm not shocked.
Yes. Speaking of, you did say that you had. Okay, I'm just going to go through a laundry list of your symptoms, I guess we could say. You can speak to your eyeball in your dreams.
Well, that's
You.
one-way street. It doesn't talk back. I really shouldn't. Yes, I can talk to it. I don't know if it can understand me, and it doesn't talk back. So take that with a grain of salt.
Okay. You have the ability to telepathically communicate with others, though they also can't talk back.
Yes.
You combust,
Yep, that is correct.
and
Not entirely of my own volition. but yes.
Yes. And you... Something happened with the cockatrice?
That's new. I'm not sure what that was.
Okay. Anything else?
Well, there's this, and gestures to their entire face. With the scales and the teeth.
Yes. Willow looks at Luca, back at En. Have you seen any change in those features?
Recently?
At all?
Well, when they first happened, yes, I wasn't always like this.
So, 4 years ago?
More or
5.
less. It's kind of happened over time. The span of a year after the eye was planted. But new things have kind of been cropping up all the time. The magic. Mostly.
Luca, did you want like a tea or something? I realized that you're just standing there.
Very politely.
Would like this. Sit? Is there somewhere I can sit?
I gave a chair to you, but I kind of imagined he was just standing at attention.
May I be seated?
Yes. It's not a classroom.
It feels like one.
Oh, well, you're learning a lot today. Feel free to sit and observe this discovery in the making.
Oh.
Sorry, did either of you want a tea? I should have offered you both. Water?
No, it's fine. Thank you.
Lemonade. Well, I was trying to think of what they have. Sorry, no lemonade. Anyway, you're fine?
Mhm.
Okay. Eyeball. And it hasn't grown more. It doesn't change at all.
Well, the eye itself, no, but everything else kind of feels like an extension of it. Oh, there is one thing. A couple nights ago, I could see in the dark, which is new. That was not just this eye, points to their right eye. It was also my eye, which should not do that, and that's concerning.
Right. So you can see in the dark.
Yes.
Like dark? Well, that's going to be very helpful for finding Varys. But I understand that's probably not what you're thinking.
And that wasn't the first thing on my mind, no.
Willow's just standing and thinking, okay. Well,
You should sit down.
no, I'm fine. I'm going to go over to my box of books anyway and start rifling through.
Mm-hmm.
And
Let's see.
And has a book in hand. Are you going to stop them from flipping it open?
It's probably not an important book. Willow's important books are kept somewhere else.
Fair. Oh,
Yeah.
and it's gonna keep their hands busy, just start leaping through a book they found, just sitting near the sofa.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'll give you a better book. You're reading a nursery rhyme.
Oh, and closes the book. They weren't really looking at the pages; they were just kind of blindly flipping through them. Yes, I don't think that's going to be very helpful, and puts it aside.
You never know where you'll find knowledge, but you will probably want one of these. And Willow holds up a very fancy-looking tome, which they don't give in. Actually, they rifle around for something else. They
Where
are
did you
piling
get
up
that?
a fair few books for the library. They're piling up a fair few books next to themselves.
I somehow
And
doubt
then,
that, but
sifting
and it's
out.
just gonna leave Willow alone.
Yeah. Sifting out books that they would give to En. So they have probably 2 books that one. They gotta pick out one book for En and hand it to them to read,
Thanks.
and begin assessing their stack of probably 6 books.
Okay.
Right, and we'll start leafing through that book, and they have a very different look on their face when they're reading. They look very focused, not all out of their mind most of the time in whatever way you want to contextualize that.
What kind of book are you giving to En? What?
It's kind of like an introductory book about
Okay.
planes and plane magic. So
Okay.
it's like an overview.
Okay,
Uh,
so in which case, it is probably called something like, overview of or like introduction to manifest zones and planar anomalies of Eberron,
That's the one.
And
which
is
includes a beautiful illustrated map, uh, of the 13 known planes.
yes, and is going to take the book that they usually have hanging at their hip, and they're going to unclip the button and set it on the arm of the sofa and flip it open very carefully to one of the pages much further into the book. You can see like a big chunk of pages of this book have been used. They're a little wrinkly and the pages look quite weathered, but there's still free space and a chunk of pages in the back, and they're flipping it open to that. And you can see a lot of notes as they kind of leaf through to the next empty page, and they start taking down some notes and copying over that illustration into that book. And they seem very in a zone that you haven't seen before about them.
Willow's also going to. What is Luca doing?
Just watching, unless you want to give him a book to look through.
Give him a nursery rhyme.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. No. Did I end up borrowing that book on Carnath? No, I didn't.
No.
But I might have a general geography book, and I think I would give that to Luca.
Yeah.
If
I
you wanted
imagine
to
you
start
have an
planning your
atlas
voyage,
of Corvair.
Atlas, that's the word. If you want to start planning your journey ahead or reading up on Breckenmark, Carlacton, House Beneath, this is a good book to
Thank
start
you.
with. And yeah. Willow's going to go back to their books, and can I do like another check?
Yeah, what are you looking for?
Just any more. Well, okay, En's got the manifest zones thing, which is helpful for them. Willow might be looking more towards like the details of the symptoms that En has. Which I don't know if they're going to be able to backwards trace anything. So maybe they just, if they have any books that have specifics about Kyber and Zoriat, then they're going to like they're just looking for anything, really. I don't know if they particularly know what they're aiming at. Just rapid skimming.
I think, oh boy, make an Arcana check.
Can I bring Fish Dog out to bring it back to a
Yes.
normal? Okay.
Yes.
Fish Dog has been beep booped and is now floating around the room.
Yeah.
Okay. I make an Arcana check, but normal?
Yep. Also, I will. I have rapidly uploaded the illustration, so I can share it with the group.
Oh.
Ah,
How
very
lovely.
nice. Yeah.
This is an excerpt from the book by Keith Baker, Exploring Eberron.
Nice.
Very nice.
And so I'll make an Arcana check.
Oh.
20. Okay.
Hello?
There is like very little material on Zoriat in general. Like, nobody really knows fucking anything about that. However, Kyber, there's quite a bit on that, especially in terms of sort of bestiaries and monsters and such. So let me quickly read. So what is known about Kyber in general is that it is a world within worlds that is sort of lots of layers smushed together.
Mhm.
It is usually accessible through portals or tunnels underground, which will then contain portals. And there are at least 3 known categories of demiplane that is sort of described by various academics and also some religious texts by people of the Silver Flame who have gone on expeditions to sort of try and stem the flow of corruption coming from Kyber. But the three types of demiplanes are like heart, prisons, and shadows. The heart demiplanes are connected to a greater fiend or malevolent entity. Sometimes these are described as Kyber's first children.
Mm.
The prisons are usually the domain of the Delkir. So immortal spirits or mortal creatures that were trapped in a demiplane by their enemies. This is often to do with the gatekeeper druids or it is said that even some of the late goblinoid empires that were sort of that like dominated Corvair before the sort of advancement of humanity as like one of the dominant cultures across the continent was fighting the Delkir and sealing them in Kyber in some ways, but that eventual war took its toll on the empire of Dakan, and like it fell into like civil war and eventually became extinct. It's much like how in real world the Roman Empire just fucking collapsed.
Yeah. Okay.
And then shadow demiplanes are the most common and have no clear purpose. They're just kind of weird. They're often called shadow demiplanes because they seem to be shadows of other planes. So while they are not touched by the actual planes, they're not manifest zones or anything like that. They appear to sort of echo themes of other planes. So, for example, one of the known demiplanes is called the Ironlands, which is a landscape formed entirely from metal, which resembles the plane of Shavarath, which is the plane of war.
So bad echoes. Nothing like pleasant.
Unknown. It's
Unknown. Okay. Neutral then. Until proven otherwise.
Yeah, there's maybe some academic rumors of House Orion using demiplanes as means of transportation because they are not tied to physical space in the way that, you know, physical space is.
Yeah.
So
Demi-plane
Um,
cars.
Yeah, it's more like the House Orion City and Passage, Ondare, and Varna, which is in the Eldian Reaches. There's tales of them being able to move things between those two cities, which are like hundreds of miles apart, but they are able to move people and goods between those two locations in hours or even minutes.
Very suspicious.
Which you, having like dug into that research, suspect pretty strongly to be the result of a wormhole demiplane kind of situation.
Cool.
Do you have any other specific questions with that 20 Arcana check that you want to know about Kyber?
I'm looking for any indication of people that might have a particular connection with beasts from Kyber. Maybe not beasts, but like, because En referred to being pursued by a group, and Aggie has mentioned that these people have like planted something in En's like eyeball, eye socket rather. Willow's now also looking for like organized groups or otherwise little gatherings of folks that might be otherwise interested in accessing Kyber for or Zoriat for that for nefarious needs, nefarious purposes. So they also have a bunch of other books.
Yeah.
Probably handy about just general world things.
I'm going to just say right now, you have nothing in your possession that would give you more detailed information on Zoriat in particular. All you know is like the basics of it. That's as deep as anything you found. However, Kyber, groups of Kyber, historically there have been a lot of cults that have been fascinated with Kyber.
That's what I'm looking for.
Yeah, so the problem is you only have historical accounts. You don't know of any, present ones. That's not really something you're going to find in a book. You're not... you can't just go find phone book of cults.
Yeah. God damn it.
Just look them up.
No, but there are historical records of like cults of the dragon below. It is believed that the historical attacks on Sharn by Hallis Tarkanan and the Lady of Plague were part of a cult of the dragon below, specifically of those with aberrant dragon marks. Other ones are there were a lot of cults that the Silver Flame has dealt with over the years that were releasing or bringing aberrations or monsters to the surface. Yeah.
Can I ask En a question?
En's here.
En.
What? Did you say something?
I was just going to ask you a question. It's not a pleasant question.
Well, I don't really expect any of this to be pleasant. Fire away. And plops down their pencil and sits back, spreads their hands like, hit me.
Willow's also looking at Luca. What's Luca doing?
It's reading.
Very powerful of him. I didn't know he could
Doing
read.
his best.
But yeah, good on you. No, what's the word? Can you tell me anything more about the people that
Planted the
Willow
eye.
gestures? Yes.
I'm not really sure. Honestly, the memory of the whole, experience. It's kind of broken at this point. I'm not really sure
If you'd
what's
like to,
real or not, but yes, Zeke, if I can make a
yeah,
check.
if you'd like to make an intelligence check to recall.
Yeah, I'll think really hard about it. Intelligence. Mm.
It's honestly hard to remember anything other than like the unpleasantness of it all.
Yeah. And
You
kinda
know it happened, you know where it happened because you left that place. You don't know who was there. You don't know what exactly they did. You are pretty sure you were somehow drugged or ensorcelled in some way to that like made you helpless in the situation. Um but yeah, your most vivid memories are mostly of being strapped to not an operating table because that would imply that it was made for that sort of thing. Um but yeah.
Yeah, and like rubs their hand on their face and pinches at the bridge of the nose and shakes their head. No, it's all just broken.
That's fine. That's okay. Willow is quickly backing out of that. They can see En's upset. Okay, another question. What exactly is it that you're... Okay, let me reword that. What are you planning to do with this knowledge?
I don't know. I was kind of hoping once I had it, I would be able to figure that out. But I mean, ideally, I can have the eye removed, or at least the roots stopped. I mean, something's been bugging me about what Aggie said. Aggie said that whatever it's connected to, it's still alive, right?
Yeah.
I don't know, maybe I can go back to that and it won't need me anymore. Maybe if we kill it, the eye will die with it. I don't know.
Right. Well, any information is good information, so you can keep reading. Willow is thinking. Can I also? It might be late now because I rolled that forever ago. Can I look for significant trees? Like tree symbolism or tree and eye symbolism is what we're looking for, or what Willow's looking
Okay.
for.
Um
Do you want me to roll another?
no, I'll let that ride. I think there's nothing about Kyber that links it to trees. I would say, except maybe the abyssal forest, but even that is like not really something. That's just like that doesn't seem to have as much potential.
It doesn't
Hey.
seem like a lead.
Yeah. Significant trees. The other significant tree you can think of is the great druid Olean, but again, that's like that doesn't seem relevant. No,
Yeah.
it feels thematically wrong. Whatever this is, it's not that. What might be a lead, however, is there's a place in the Mror Holds, which is to say that there's this thing known as the realm below, which many theorize is like part of Kyber or like the doorway to Kyber. But there is sort of news of like weird creatures and these things called symbionts.
How do you spell that?
Hmm?
Sorry. How do you spell that?
Symbionts. Symbionts.
Cool. Yep.
Which have created a lot of controversy. Amongst the dwarves, because they are like these weird. They technically work as magic items in a lot of ways, but they are alive. They're like these weird parasites.
Are they sentient?
Debatable.
Oh, that's a problem. You never want that debate.
It seems to be a case-by-case basis. Certainly some of them are. Others are not, but like they are. The term flesh crafted comes up in reference to them.
Okay.
Will those ears just flatten without a word?
Yeah. Yeah.
And dwarves know
these-
about them.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah, the dwarves of Moorholds know them. They are like weird. A lot of talk outside is like these weird, foul living tools. But a lot of the dwarves argue that like if you took like a powerful axe from a fallen foe, why would you throw it away? That's a useful tool.
Hmm. Right. Quickly, does Bruno have any origin at
Oh no,
Moorholds?
Bruno is from
No?
Lazar.
Aw, I love Bruno. Okay.
But the Moorholds aren't that far away.
Interesting.
They're like in the border between the mainland of Lazar and Karnath.
Right. Okay. Well, that's suspiciously in line with our fate, isn't it?
Are you gonna tell
Okay.
En anything? Or are you just gonna let En continue writing notes about the planes?
I think Willow's thinking that En doesn't seem to. Okay, put it this way: plain knowledge isn't really widespread, is it?
No.
And En has only just sort of popped into class. Yeah.
And they've
So-
taken a few very minor prerequisites, but not enough.
Yeah. I imagine
Enough that this is kind of making sense to them, but like
Yeah.
this is also new information. That's why they are taking such studious notes.
Yeah. Quickly, the Morol holds. Morol. Okay. Known as the realm below. So the doorway is suspected to be at the holds.
Yes.
Or okay.
It's
so-
historically the dwarves have been like fighting against or like reclaiming territory from sort of the Underdark.
Hmm. Okay. Well, so currently Willow's like list of leads are like just people that know more about these places than
Yeah.
Willow does, which is irritating. But okay. So Willow's got a list of like folks that know better. The
Yeah.
gatekeeper druids, the silver flame folks, which neither of which Willow wants to speak to really, and
I mean, the other place that you could definitely like that has like lots and lots of knowledge is the Library of Korenberg, but that's in Zilargo.
is that at the other side of Corvair?
Yeah, it's next to Breland. It's between
Right.
southern Breland and Dargoon.
Okay, well we're not going there. Okay.
Otherwise, yeah, like if you're thinking of like the big academic institutes that would do this kind of research, it's like Karenberg, the sort of major magical institutes like Arcanix in Ondair. There's Regalport doesn't, or rather Lazar doesn't really have that kind of history of academic resources.
Just pirates and princes, etc. Okay, so Willow's probably just gonna look over at Luca for a break and say, "Have you found anything interesting, Luca?"
Have I found anything interesting?
You
Or
tell
is this
me.
all
What you
general
looking
knowledge?
Do a check, bro. Do a check. See if Luca
What am I
learns
looking
anything.
for? Anything that I don't know about Karna? Anything?
Sure. Roll a history check
My best
with
skill.
advantage because you have a book.
Yay!
Yay!
that's
Congratulations!
The
Um,
Not
highest
two.
history check I will ever get.
You have a book in your hands and can read.
well, ooh. Let me see. What do you know about Karnath? Or what do you think Luca knows about Karnath?
I think he would have some general knowledge. He might have, knowing what he does about himself.
Yeah.
He knows enough to know basics and
Mhm.
whatever Elsa might have told him.
Mm-hmm. Well,
I guess he's focusing on Reckonmark and
okay.
anything about House Deneath, since that's a new lead, technically.
Okay. Well, Reckonmark has been a military academy for as long as there has been Galifar.
Okay.
It was obviously closed to expatriates outside of Karnath for the Lost War, but I think it's recently opened back up again. That might have been in the news. But yeah, Reckonmark Academy is like really old, and the sort of foremost place for training officers of Galifar. There's like the thing that Karnath seems most famous for is like war strategy, and so on.
Okay.
So yeah, there's some brief information about like the uniform of Karnath, the uniform of Reckonmark in particular, and if you'll let me look up some information real quick. I have so many tabs and PDFs open.
Thank you, Zeke.
This is for our library session together.
Yeah.
Sorry.
This is research time.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, there's the Order of Reckonmark, which is a prestigious sort of chivalric order that most of the warlords and officers have earned a place in by virtue of graduating with honors from Reckonmark.
Mm-hmm.
And one of the sort of trademarks of that is I believe it is I'm gonna double check. I think it's an opal ring worn on the right pinky. as the opal signet ring that marks you as being a part of this order.
Okay.
So yeah.
Does anything seem familiar to me?
Make an intelligence check. Just flat, please. Yeah, it feels vaguely familiar. Like you look at sort of some of the illustrations of the uniforms and stuff, and you're just like, yeah, you feel like you've seen this before. You get a sense of deja vu.
Okay.
Yeah.
Anything about House Denier?
I don't think
That
this
we
would be
don't already know.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
don't think this would be included on this atlas slash primer on the
Nations.
nations of Corvair, just because the Drachman marked houses are always considered neutral territory. It's like, you know how in airports it's technically no man's land
Yeah.
until you go through customs? That sort of thing.
Okay.
So I believe Willow asked Luca if they found anything interesting, so if Luca wants to field that, feel free.
No?
No.
Just general information, I suppose.
Any information is good information if you're lacking in information. So,
Yes, I agree.
En?
Yeah, speaking of lacking information, and says, taking down a note they haven't looked up yet. And they finally look up with a point of their pencil. Something has kind of been bothering me about, well, a lot of things. About Aggie's whole deal there with the orb at the end. You remember.
Which bit?
I thought about it for a bit, and I'm wondering about the roving eyes of the slumbering tyrant or whatever it was. I don't know, that's just been sticking
Right.
with me. If something's alive out there that has eyes, maybe this is a
You
tyrant's
two
eye.
have eyes.
I have one eye that is not my own. So maybe it's a tyrant, which doesn't tell me much. It's in the... That's been bothering me, but I don't even know if that's correct. None of that really made any sense.
Can Willow do one more check to see if there's anything about the tyrant? Slumbering tyrant? Or is this something that Willow would know not to look up, or just is Zeke gonna just cut in and say don't roll?
I mean, it's more like you, because your area of research didn't specialize in this kind of thing, I don't think you have access to it on your boat.
Okay.
This is the kind of thing that, like, you would really have to start digging deep into accounts of aberrations or other monsters that have come up from Kyber, which again is like the sort of thing that you'd have a hard time finding.
Yeah.
The other thing is, like, if you're the thing that might provide better information on this sort of stuff is, like, people who actually fight these sort of things.
Yeah.
So that would either be mercenaries, or again, the gatekeeper druids, or
the church.
Templars of the Silver Flame sort of thing.
Well, okay, I'll probably answer.
Or
En
even the dragon marked half orcs of House Tharashk, because they do a lot of prospecting and mining for Kyber, dragon shards.
Hmm. What was that? Tharushed?
Tharashk.
Tharash. Oh, Tharash.
I'll,
Okay.
I'll spell it in chat.
Thank you. Okay. Oh, it is Tharashk.
Yeah.
Tharashk! Can you smell what Tharashk is looking for in Kaiba? Possibly. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna answer N. I think Willow knows by this stage that they have exhausted most of their books that would pose like obvious answers
Yeah.
about anything. Because they've also been thinking of that prophecy. If anything jumps out and attaches itself to prophecy, they're also sleepy. So, so
Mhm.
I don't think I have any knowledge on the sleepy tyrants
Mm,
or their eye.
yeah, that's fair.
Houses in shadow. But, in fact, I think I might have... Willow seems annoyed. I think if you're going to get any more information, there might be groups that would be better suited
Yeah,
for Kaiba knowledge in any case.
the thing is, I haven't exactly sought out groups that might fight monsters because I'm not entirely sure how they would react to gestures at the eye.
Yeah, that makes sense. And there are many more reasons not to seek out any of them, really. But,
Let's just say normal people haven't exactly reacted the best to it, so...
yeah, I can imagine. Meh. Willow's going to plop back on the floor
I mean,
and put a book on their head.
We do have a library in Regalport that's a bit bigger. I mean, I know that probably
Thinking of that, Willow reminds you of your overdue library books.
I mean, you don't have to come in. But if we
Willow
want to
gives
research about this, or if we do want to heed anything Aggie said, that might be another place to start.
What Aggie said. The prophecy, was it?
That's what she called it. Something like that.
Isn't it annoying to have been given a prophecy?
Why?
Well, at this stage, you can't unhear it. It's just, it's there. You either prove it right or you prove it wrong. And if you don't believe it, too bad. It's there. That's why I didn't ask her for a fortune in the first place.
Well, we have it.
But
We
the
might
hag
as
must
well.
speak.
We might as well look into it just to be prepared.
Prepared for what Aggie says might come to pass.
She knew a lot about us. I'd rather not be caught blind. Look, you don't have to research it if you don't want to. I'm plenty capable of doing it on my own.
Gonna jump up. We need a break.
Yeah, it has been like a few hours. It's probably
Yeah.
around lunchtime now.
Yeah.
It's been a lot of time spent dedicated to reading.
Yeah, Willow's got like a headache as well because they're reading while like exhausted.
Yeah.
So they're gonna jump up and be like, "We need a break." Especially if we're going to find or speak to Barris tonight, Captain Barris tonight. Are we going to do that still?
Guess we might as well.
I think we should.
And we'll
Okay.
snap their book closed and start tucking it
Mm.
back into its straps.
So that is a special book.
Yes, it's a special book. I thought we went over this.
Sorry.
It's where I put my research. It's not that special.
Well, it's special in that regard. Willow looks like they're just gonna go walk outside.
And stands
Get
up and
some
does
air.
like big stretch. This like stretches
Aw,
out their
big
arms and
stretch.
up on their tippy toes.
Willow's a bit annoyed that they didn't find enough answers but it's okay. Cranky.
Mm-hmm.
Would you like to get something to eat? You seem tired.
Hmm?
You seem
Don't
tired.
mind lunch. What's for lunch?
What
Should
is
we
for
have
lunch?
lunch?
I could eat.
This is Mim asking.
We could also just fast forward to something
Yeah.
else we
Yeah.
want to do. Like, do we want to
Yeah.
go to Regalport? Do we want to?
Today? No. Oh wait, do we? Oh yeah, good point.
I think you're too tired to go to Regalport today.
I think
Willow's
what
a grown
Willow
up.
is.
Willow can do what they want.
I mean, yeah, Willow probably like wants lunch and a nap, and then start working on the blender for Malachi. Um,
Yeah, we could skip to tonight.
yeah.
Yeah.
Unless you want to have that conversation with Bruno while you lunch break.
Yes, let's go do that.
Okay. So you go grab yourself, I guess, like
Bread.
what's appropriate lunch? Some hot sandwiches or something, or just like
Yeah.
pub
Toasted
lunch.
sandwich.
Yeah,
Cheese toasties.
hell yeah. Cheese
Something that
toasties
Willow
from the
can eat
nesting
and walk
quail.
with.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they definitely do sort of portable lunches for that, for midday meals. I imagine it's one of
Yeah.
those things where it's like in the evening they do like actual menu food, but like at lunchtime it's just the day's special sort of thing.
Yeah.
So
And
yeah,
so Willow takes it to go
Yeah.
with intention to go find Bruno. They might also grab something for Bruno. Is Bruno inclined towards anything?
Bruno probably has his own lunch and is probably actually at the nesting quail sitting down eating lunch.
Oh, perfect.
Oh God.
Willow's going to exclaim as soon as they see him. Bruno!
Uh-huh. Oh, hey.
He always sounds
Like-
so disappointed.
Yeah, he's like got a mouthful of chips or something and just like clears his throat and like drinks. Yeah.
Willow, like,
Hello, what can I get you for? It is my lunch
Willow's-
break, so
It'll be quick. Do you mind if we sit? Maybe join you. Big smile.
Bruno rolls his eyes and like scoots his chair so that you guys can pull up 3 additional chairs.
We have just ruined this man's day.
And
Okay.
he's trying to be very small in this situation.
Bruno, Luca, and oh, Eka. She here?
She's always here. But she's busy like doing lunch stuff.
Yes. Okay. So Willow doesn't have to feel bad that they just pulled up. They're-
No.
We'll order food later. I have some questions for you.
Yeah, you always do.
Okay. 2 things. Well, no, 1 thing mainly. I realized I should have asked you this earlier. Do you know anything about a Captain Varys and the Silver Dancer?
Let me think.
Take your time. Willow sits back.
And it's just nibbling
Bruno
on their
takes
sandwich.
a big bite of sandwich and like chews it thoroughly, thinking.
Oh.
Can't say I know anything about Captain Varys. That I don't know every captain that comes through here. Silver Dancer. Yeah, that's one of the ships under the Sea Dragon Principality. Doesn't come here. They've got enough money. They're under Prince Rhaegar, so they can do whatever the fuck they want in Regalport.
Okay. Well, do you know anything about Duncan? Au fair?
No.
Hmm.
Look, I'm
Will-
sorry. I know everybody around here, but I can't remember every single name of every single sailor that passes through this place.
Oh, he was not a sailor. He's the sad lighthouse man. That
Again, why should I know him? Oh,
I-
from the lighthouse.
yeah.
Oh,
Right?
Well, he's dead, according to you.
Yeah, he is.
By the way, the sent a group up to start clearing that out, so hopefully the lighthouse will be up and running in the next week or so.
And chewing, side-eyeing Momo.
Uh, hmm. Willow gives that look at Bruno like, oh, I thought you were gonna know more. um. hmm.
Bruno takes another big bite of sandwich and like gives a shrug, like, "What do you want from me? I'm a tradesman. What?" uh, he does boats.
He does
He's the
boats.
boatman, but not enough. Not enough for our purposes.
Yeah, that's fine.
Oh, right. You asked me about ships to Karnath
Oh,
the other
yep.
day. Just
Mhm.
remembered that. Well, there's one that goes. There's one route that there's a couple that go regularly that accept passengers heading in the direction of Karnath. There's the one that goes direct from Regalport and then Port Verge, and then I think they stop in Blackrock around Orthos, and then they head to Reckenmark and then Korth in Karnath. So they head all the way to the capital. That one leaves the 6th of every month, and the journey takes about 30 days. It's pricey though to get aboard.
Pricey.
Yeah, I mean it's a long journey.
Hmm.
Though if you want to get to Karnath, there is a shorter route. You could take. There's a ship that there's a few ships that go every 2 weeks or so, the 1st and 15th of every month, that go from Regalport to the Moorholds Lakeholm. From there, you could take the overland route to the capital in Krona Peak, and then there's the Lightning Rail that heads into Karnath.
Right.
It's a
That's
bit
handy.
cheaper.
Okay.
So, if you don't mind roughing it, then cheapest, I guess, for 2 weeks food and board is about 80 gold pieces.
For the second one?
Yeah.
Okay. And the expensive one?
Well, if you want to get nice accommodations to Moorholds, that's 320, and the real expensive one is like almost 500.
I'm watching Luca as he talks. What's Luca looking like?
Very poor.
Yeah, Luca's looking for him.
Oh.
The expression of "I don't have that much money."
Yeah.
No, even to the 80 gold one?
Yep.
Dang. Sorry, man. That was Mim. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, thank you for looking into that.
Sure. That's if you're going as a passenger, though. If you're looking for work, then you'll probably have to look yourself, though.
Luca, you have any skills with boats?
Not boats, no.
Yeah, you could easily get work as a mercenary or something. Bodyguard.
You can lift things.
Yeah, you
Or
can
a
certainly
laborer.
do that.
But most laborers don't carry swords on their hips.
The cool ones do.
Bruno looks at you with a little bit of distaste, like, none of the kinds I want to hire.
Oh.
I do have experience as a laborer, so I will consider that. Thank you.
Yep. No.
And I'm looking at En now, just trying to jog my memory if there's anything else meant to ask. I'm gonna
By
take
the way,
a complete...
Willow, have you finished doing the repairs that I asked you to do?
Not yet. Sorry.
You
They'll be
have
done.
been at a. You have been busy these last few days, so. Well, if you can get on it sometime soon, I can pay
It'll
you
be done.
again.
Yeah. Yes, that would be nice. It will be done before it should be done.
Alright? Well, if
Willow's
that's
looking a
all
bit
then.
sleepy.
Hmm.
Yeah. Did you want another drink?
I'm good.
I'll get you another drink. Willow's gonna go get him another drink.
Yeah, okay. Spend some
And
copper pieces for lunch.
yep. And all of us can get our takeaway, I suppose.
Yeah.
Oh wait, should I ask him for a boat? How are we gonna transport the? Oh, I guess we. How are we transporting these goddamn fish?
I mean, they can swim.
Oh yeah, true.
They could probably come onto the beach themselves, and then we just have to guide them from there.
Sweet. Good point. Yeah, they can just swim and they can
Yeah.
beach themselves. Yeah, good point. Okay, don't worry about it. We won't ask about the boat. We could walk there and then meet them back
Yep.
ashore.
Yep.
Yeah. Cool bananas. All right, cool. Well, I'm going to buy Bruno a drink.
Get on our way.
Yeah, take a sandwich, and I think Willow's looking like they need a nap.
Should we skip to tonight after Willow's nap? Back to
Sure.
the lighthouse?
There's
There's nothing else that you want to do?
I think so.
Yeah.
Was there anything else I was meant to do? I don't think so.
No, I imagine unless En, you want to pop over to Regalport and ask about that job.
Can I do that?
Willow's taking a nap and Luca is heading back to.
To help Elsa?
Yeah.
If they're busy.
Luca might want to join you.
Yeah,
Gosh.
I'm trying to avoid that. I'm trying to make
Yeah.
sure Luca gets busy with Elsa before I slip
Yeah.
away.
Just give them work or just injure someone on the way past.
I'm not gonna injure anyone. I'm just gonna take them back to Elsa and make sure they notice that Elsa's busy, and then just say I'm gonna go for a walk.
Yeah. Sarah's
Okay.
needed to step away, so Luca goes back to help Elsa in the afternoon with the clinic. Willow, after your lunch, you just go and have a nap. Pass the fuck
They can
out.
take a nap
Yeah.
in the clinic so Luca can keep an eye on them.
No, I think Willow would probably go home.
Yeah, Willow wants to go home. They need their. They probably want to, get started on their own work, and that's going to be require a bit of concentration.
But we've planned to meet together tonight, probably what?
Yeah.
8?
Sure.
6? Whenever. Sometime tonight. We're planning to meet tonight, so Willow's
Yeah.
going to wave you off, and with the promise that we will meet again later tonight after Kerplunk. Zzz.
Yes.
Yeah. So yeah.
So, En's gonna head over to Regalport, and probably before they even when they're alone between places, they're going to change form and show up
Yeah.
at Regalport as Kai
Okay. Cool.
God damn.
and make their
So
way to the Visage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you arrive at the salon again, and Vis is there today in feminine form. Again, very big-bodied, brown skin, dark hair, impeccable eyeshadow,
As always.
as always. And they say, "Oh, Kai, excellent. Come over here. Was hoping that you'd show up today."
Yeah, I got your message.
All right. So, first things first, the job I have to offer you. I've got a short notice but very important impersonation gig that I really could use your help on. I have a meeting myself tomorrow evening with a couple clients that I'm expected to make, and, well, I don't really have many other friends with talents like ours.
Of course.
You'd be needing to impersonate Captain Frostroot, and attend the performance tomorrow evening at the Galleria of Shadows. You know
Right.
that fancy theater in the Quayside Court?
Yeah, I've passed by it.
Anyway, the captain's beau is a poet that's hosting a charity event for that performance, and she's got a prior engagement that will require she miss the performance itself, but she'll be able to come back in the after party.
All right.
Sound good?
How much are we talking in terms of gold?
Oh, it's quite a cut. 150 up front, 150 on completion.
All right. Yeah, I'll do it.
All right. Then tomorrow I will see you back here at 3 p.m. The captain will be here and she will give you a rundown on her mannerisms
All right.
and her expectations and give you her ticket, and I'll help you make yourself up nice to attend.
All right. Perfect.
Great.
Now, you said you had information?
Oh yes, I do, on the two individuals you asked me about. So, which do you want first? The big guy or the shifter?
The big guy.
Okay, you said his name was Luca, yeah?
Correct.
V sort of putters around the back room and flicks through a notebook and holds it up to her face. Yeah, Luca, Karn's son. That's a placeholder name, as far as I can tell. He doesn't really introduce himself by it, so I'm assuming. Well, anyway, from what I can tell, what I've asked around, he arrived about 6 months ago with a bunch of ex-prisoner of war type, mercenary type folks from southern Breland, Zilargo area. The Mercs have moved on to work with Orion and the like, but he's stuck around. He's been living and working in the clinic and salvage. I believe that's the one you asked me to forward that message to.
Yes, it is.
All right. Well, it's run by that old Karnathi Korava woman who's the local abactor for the Blood of Vol group that's around that area.
Correct.
Apparently she's been part of the village for the last 20 years or so. No shady rumors about her, which is interesting given her religious predilections, you know. But nobody's heard anything about zombies in the area.
Yes, well, thank the sovereigns for that.
Indeed. Yeah, but, man has a good reputation. Bit of a flirt. Swings both ways. Other than that,
All right.
nothing much to him. Definitely has some kind of past, but if he has one, he hasn't brought it with him.
Mm-hmm. And the other one?
Yeah. So the Shifter, now they're interesting. They have a history in and around salvage. Apparently they showed up out of the blue asking for work at the dry docks a few months back, like 2-3 months back. Which is not remarkable, but the foreman there, Bruno Saltbeard, he's the big cat in that town. He says he's known them for more than 8 years, though I reckon they went by a different name back then. I did a little bit of dickin', and word has it they used to be a pirate, though not under the Sea Dragon Principality. I could try and find out a little bit more, but
No, that's fine.
that's all I could get
That'll
on
be
short
enough.
notice. Oh, alright then.
Let's just say they weren't as interesting as I was anticipating, so let's not waste any more time on them.
Alright. Well, then that's all.
All right.
I'll be taking my 10% commission on your job.
Naturally.
Mm-hmm. So, Vise produces a hefty coin pouch. Collects gold from it and then tosses it to you.
Kai catches it, nods.
Yeah.
And I'll see you tomorrow.
See you tomorrow then.
Have a good day.
You too, darling. And waves you off, and you are able to return to salvage.
Yes, and we'll change back and hurry on back to salvage to make sure they get there in time to meet up for the Varus meeting.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Cool. So, it is now evening. The three of you meet up again, I imagine. Luca and En grab dinner and then go to find Willow, who is probably still dozing in their workshop.
I think they might have gotten up to make a blender.
Okay. Well,
But like dozing while making a blender, very
yeah,
dangerous.
you make
activity.
Oh, no.
make
Oh, God.
a Tinker's Tools dexterity check to
With
get started
disadvantage.
on that work.
Tinker's Tools dexterity.
Yeah,
Okay.
Fish Dog can help you here.
Oh, I already sent it away. So we'll just go
Oh.
with that.
You
Okay,
forgot
well.
to activate Fish Dog.
Yeah, it's fine. We'll sleepy.
But yeah,
nonetheless, did okay.
Yeah, it's decent work. You get a good ways in to sort of assembling all the various components that you'll need.
Mm.
You're probably going to need to spend 5 gold pieces worth of dragon shard to like actually infuse the magic.
Okay. So of the dragon shard, not the actual. So 5 pieces of dragon shard.
Yeah, 5 gold pieces worth of dragon shard of the materials that you collect
Yeah.
from the lighthouse.
Cool. So now I've got like 95 gold pieces worth of dragon
Nope,
shard.
you have 85 because you gave 10
85.
to Bruno.
Oh, that's right. I palmed some off to Biggity Bruno. Okay, cool. Big Bruno. Things that Willow says to get the knees knocked out.
No. Get kicked in the shins.
Yeah. Okay. Well, that's done-ish. I just imagine Willow like sleepily attaching blades when they should not be doing that.
God.
But
Oh,
like
please.
and eating like bread
Misses their
bread
mouth.
sandwich.
You bought like 2 sandwiches at lunch, one for lunch and one for dinner.
Yeah, basically. If desperate,
your-
it can be bolstered with another slice of bread from the 6
Yeah.
loaves they brought the other day. Oh.
Oh yeah.
Yep. So yeah. They probably decided to meet back at Willow's. Hey,
Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah. It's a good central place, I suppose.
And
So,
Willow might be asleep, so you know.
night has fallen. It's about 8 p.m. So like pretty late. Luca, you probably have like a lantern with you or a torch to light the
Yep.
way, because you cannot see in the
Yeah,
dark.
you're the only one who can't now. Sorry.
Feeling
It
left out, I do.
is drizzling, but hopefully it won't get any worse. It's kind of cold and miserable.
Well, suitable. I do believe Willow has like the alarm set up around their house, so like they are
Yeah.
generally aware when someone is approaching, and
Yeah.
also they have gigantic effing ears.
Yeah.
So yeah, they're probably going to meet those two at the door.
Yep.
Ready to go?
Are you?
Yes. I just made a blender.
You started making a blender.
I'm gonna tell these guys I just made a blender.
Wow. So
Wow.
fast. I'm sure Malachi is going to appreciate that you didn't tally. Sorry. Sorry.
Yeah. Tarry or Dally.
Yeah.
Yes.
Luca's got the post-dinner sleepies.
Luke has always also been helping Elsa a lot.
Yeah,
so
in a
Luke
long
is
day.
very tired and looks a bit different too.
Not Kai different, but
No,
you know.
not that different. Just like lost in thought, a little distracted.
Right. Okay.
Hmm.
Well, shall we away?
Yes, let's
Okay.
get a
and so
coat.
we
It's
go.
raining.
Willow always wears a coat.
Willow just like throws up their hood, it, like pointedly tosses
Yeah.
up their hood.
Yeah. No, I did imagine. Yeah, Willow's gonna have their hood up for a bit.
Yep.
Yep.
Like those little ears.
Yeah.
Yes.
Anne's hood is also up.
So, hooded with lantern, you trudge off towards the lighthouse. It is. I imagine you made it so that you were going at low tide, so that you could actually get across the like bridge to
Yeah.
the island without needing a boat.
Yes.
The front door of the lighthouse is locked.
Oh.
Oh. All of us just going, oh, at the same
Yeah.
time.
I mean,
Well,
I could try and pick the lock.
well, isn't there another way down? We could go via the cottage, couldn't we? Or can we only get to the cottage via the lighthouse?
I will put you back on the map again.
Zupa,
Yay,
Yeah.
map! Zoops!
Zoops.
Hell yeah! We haven't been zooped in what feels like years.
Oh my
we have
god,
been
we're
zooped.
I'm nostalgic.
Yeah,
Back
you
here
feeling
again.
nostalgic? Yeah.
Aww.
Yeah, so by land, the only unless you want to do the awkward shuffle to the side of going
Oh, I see.
around,
Anne's
like
gonna pick
climbing
the lock.
off. Yeah,
Anne's gonna try to pick the lock.
Yeah, okay,
Okay,
pick that
yeah.
lock.
go for it.
Damn!
Wow.
Yeah, easy.
It's just a sailor. It's just a lock applied by a bunch of
It's-
sailors,
it-
so it's really
just
not
a
complicated.
basic. It's just a basic door. It's the door to the lighthouse. It's this lock is more of a suggestion.
Yep, it's like a minute. Click, done.
Yeah,
And
Yeah.
you hear the click and steps back and presents their hand to the door, so one of you can go ahead and do the honors.
yeah.
Well done.
Thank you.
You
We're
walk
waiting
through.
for Luca, probably.
Oh, I'll go first. Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah, Luca just
You-
seems like he would.
Yeah. So you go through the door to the lighthouse. There has been a tarp put up over the big hole in the floor on this bottom floor
Mm-hmm.
as well.
And regards it
looks
with
like
not very
there's-
fond memories.
Yeah, yeah. And there is plenty of like equipment that looks like people have been through here. There's like sort of tracked mud on the main floor, and up the stairs, where it looks like laborers have been through to try and start clearing this out and repairing stuff. You take the route through the cottage, out the back. Again, it like the sort of people have been through here in your absence. It looks like a lot of the furniture has been just removed.
Oh.
All the built-in stuff like the hob in the kitchen and so on, and the bathroom fixtures are still there, but the bedding has been taken off. All the little knickknacks that imply somebody living here have been put in boxes and stuff. You head out. You head to the shack that holds the rowboat that you first found.
Oh.
And head down into the basement. The reason why you didn't take the rowboat that first time is because it was storming violently.
Yeah.
But it looks like nobody has been in the cellar under this boathouse since
That's
you
a
were
relief.
here.
Hmm.
And then you make your way into the sea caves once again.
Hooray.
Luca.
Willow might bring
Yeah.
I was
fish
just
dog out, by the way.
okay.
Yeah.
I was just gonna say Luca does have a lamp, but En's kind of not having to stay by the lamp, so they're just kind of blinking and pawing around and seeming quite fascinated by the darkness at the moment.
Yeah.
Wow.
Cute.
I also imagine Willow might fish dog. Willow didn't have fish dog before, but Willow fish dog might just have the lantern part of it. Is that allowed? Like a torch?
Yeah.
Is it a-
fish dog can hold a torch?
Yeah. Can fish dog be a torch, like a spotlight?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That seems
cool.
reasonable.
Yeah. Considering it transcribes, I think I was assuming it could probably also be a spotlight. So,
Yeah.
Luca, if you would like to just have the spotlight, because Willow doesn't really need it either.
Two sources of
get-
light.
Do I
Yeah.
get to carry fish dog?
It flies.
Oh.
Also, it's going to try and find the fish people. It's a dowsing rod, but I don't know if that would work. So it's just going to light the tunnel so that you
Yeah.
can see. Yeah.
Yep.
And we can sniff out our fish friends. So Willow's probably down
Yeah.
immediately to start
How
walking.
do you make yourselves known to the sea spawn?
Do we have any cheese? Luca, you're the
I
one who
suppose we
made
should
nice
just
with them.
Call.
Yeah, I was gonna say we could just call.
Yeah,
Yeah.
just announce the presence aloud. En's not going to, but you guys can.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll just call out that we're looking for Captain Varys.
Hello.
I guess Luca make a charisma check.
Where are we going? Here we go.
Nice.
Hey, very nice. Okay, so after you head down the first fork and head to the water, you call out, and not long after, the familiar fishy face of Captain Varys appears, who croaks curiously at you as you approach.
Willow smiles very big. Hello, Captain.
We're back.
He tilts his head questioningly.
We come bearing news. After a visit with a woman of great power, we have a potential cure for you and your crewmen.
He startles eyes wide and sort of gestures emphatically with one sort of webbed fingered hand and one long tentacle arm.
What's he gesturing to?
He's
Sorry.
more like tell me more kind of gesture of
Well, we spoke with this very strong woman, and she was able to create a, what would you call it?
Curing
me-
soap.
a medicinal, okay, soap. I was not going to say the word soap, but
Well, you might as well tell him now.
yes, if we bathe you and your men in that soap, it should remove the curse that was placed upon you. If you are willing, we would like to try and help you in this way.
yeah, make a persuasion check with advantage.
Persuasion.
So,
Ooh.
hey, Captain Varys seems overjoyed. He will scratch into the he will like try and speak and then realize his sort of struggle and then scratch into the ground.
The night. Sorry.
He looks up at you.
Right, so this will be a very tricky expedition for us. We must take you back to my clinic. We require fresh water for this cure to work, and we were hoping to do so the night after next.
He nods.
And to do so, we would need you to summon your men and come with us through the village. This may sound a little bit dangerous, but we will keep you safe
We'll be
until
discreet.
we are able to. Yes, and is very good at discreet, and we will guide you through the village up to my clinic, and there we have a doctor who is willing to help us cure you of your affliction, and then
And then it's up to you.
yes.
If all goes well, you'll be human again.
Varys pauses, scrubs the sand clear.
You're very sharp, Captain. Yes, we will procure disguises for you and your crew, so
He
that
nods.
when you're coming through the village, you're a little less suspicious looking.
I'm going
I'm
to
sorry.
also ask, while he's writing.
Whoop, sorry.
That's okay. While he's writing, I'm also going to ask, are you familiar with the shores of Salvage?
He nods.
All right. Well, we would hope that, yes, at night, so Willow gestures to what he just wrote, you would meet us on the evening at the shores, and then from there we will cloak you appropriately and then transport you to the clinic, rather.
He nods again and looks quite determined.
Yes. Willow also looks determined at his determination, like a shared smile. Yeah.
Aw.
Good.
I'm happy because I was worried he would say no.
Nah.
I will. No. Willow claps their hands together and starts going perfect in advance of him finishing. Perfect.
And there is enough for the rest of your crew. If they wish, they are welcome to this cure.
He nods, pauses, scrubs out one letter, rewrites.
Okay. I'm relieved because I was worried. Okay, that's good. This is good. This is very good.
It is very good.
Captain Varys sort of stands up and approaches you, Luca, a little hesitantly, but holds out his webbed hand.
Oh, I'm going to take it. Absolutely. With both of my
He-
hands. Very gently.
He grips your human hand and squeezes it tightly. His fingers are like awkward and not really suited for handshakes.
Yeah.
But like he gives you as firm and grateful a handshake as he can manage, and looks at you in the eye with his strange, wall-eyed, fishy eyes, and seems very grateful.
And I am going to respond with no hesitancy or no fear, and just a big smile of my own. So I'm happy that we're going to be able to help him and his people. I'm
He
like,
nods.
basically on my toes, excited.
He nods.
Okay. All right.
Can I extend a hand for a high five?
Captain Varys reaches out to shake your hand as well, and instead you slap it, and he looks confused.
We'll slap it like yay, and then also shake his hand and say just kidding. Very excited to be of assistance.
He nods.
And just smirking a little bit in the background, watching this go down.
So, night after tomorrow night. So not tonight, not tomorrow night, the following night. You and your men come to the shores. I recommend you stay hidden until you see us.
He nods.
Okay.
He's a smart captain. He knows what
Yes.
he's doing.
Good. You are most welcome, Captain Varys. I'm going to bow a little bit because I'm feeling reverent.
Yeah.
Yes.
Aw. The respect.
Captain Varys does a similar bow to you, not as deep, but he does the inclination of a head and smiles awkwardly. It looks really disconcerting on his face.
Oh,
Again, I
no.
will say, like, for all his quiet dignity, he is still a fucked up looking fish person.
Fish person.
Yeah.
And not even like a single fish, it's like several different fish.
An amalgamation
yeah.
of fish.
Blobfish energy vibes, which is sad, but
Yeah.
God. Sorry,
That's
King.
rough, buddy.
Oh, not for
Willow
long,
does-
though.
Not for long.
Yeah. Willow does a little head tip too that looks like, one that you would give if you had a hat on. As well.
Aw.
Cute.
Ah.
And I think this is where we will end today's session.
Yeah.